I represent the Yay area.
Welcome to Classic Flow, the mix, the culture, the movement. 1988 might be the greatest year in hip-hop history, and right now, I'm getting ready to bring in my homeboy K.D. We're about to rank the 20 albums that defined the golden year of hip-hop. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay locked in. Let's get into it.
Hello.
Yo, what's up with your brother?
What's up, family?
Oh man,
Get the light right.
Get a little fine tuning.
Yeah, do a little fine tuning.
Right. Dude, I sent you I sent you a picture of
Right now?
Nah, I think I sent it last week. The 20 albums because they didn't have MC Hammer on there.
Oh yeah.
I did that one because I actually had one. It didn't have Slick Rick on there. I was like, man, how is Slick Rick album not on there?
You also sent me one that didn't have DOC, but that's another thing.
Oh,
that's okay.
For 1989, I sent one for 1989.
Oh, was DOC 89?
DOC was 89.
Oh man, because on Spotify they had him as 88.
Maybe Funky Enough was in 88, but the
whole album.
That was all 89 because I remember summer 89, summer school 89.
Yeah, well, I remember DOC said on his album, he said 89, something for 89. But then when I hit the album, it came up 88, and I said, so I thought I was wrong.
Nah, and the reason why I know is because I was in summer school. My dad's best friend's son was kicking it with me.
Okay,
cutting on the strip, and I hated the hook. It's getting funky. It's getting. I hate it. But
yeah, man, on Spotify they got it as 88.
Yeah, they got it wrong.
Yeah,
but then the beat. Another time it passed by and it's up a boom boom. I was like, oh, that's the beat right there. I'm like, what is that? What song is that? You know, so I can add it. And my boy said, that's that song that goes, it's getting funky. It's going like, that was the same song.
You didn't like that?
So no, I didn't care for the hook at first, bro. For some reason, if that was all the only context of the song, it was like, nah, that was just too wild and loud for me. But once I got the album, then you know, and then my cousin who lived in Houston, same age as me, he spent that summer with me, and that's it was EPMD, Unfinished Business, and DOC, and then at night.
He did different life.
He turned me out on the New Edition album.
Yeah. What's the edition? What's the name of that album?
That was
that was a Thriller.
That was a Thriller with Johnny Gill was on there. The Heartbreak album.
Yeah, Heartbreak. Any Heartbreak. Yeah.
That album every night to talk to his girl every night because you know. Summer with me.
Hey man. That album right there, Any Heartbreak, was first. I was telling my girl that was the first album that you could be riding down the street and you could play it for your boy. Your boys could be in the car and you wouldn't be embarrassed to play it. You feel what I'm saying? Because the ones before that, you really couldn't. You know, you couldn't. As a matter of fact, I got teased when I was in the Army because I was Michael Jackson, still am number one Michael Jackson fan. I mean, he was my number one of everything, and you know, when the older guys would come in, because at the time I'm 18, 19, the older guys would come in who was 25, 26, they was OGs to me at that time. They would come in, they say, man, and I listened to Michael Jackson. I had like the Jacksons. They was on the Victory tour at that time. They like, man, they say, man, it look like a girl room.
It was cool to like them though. It was cool.
Yeah,
it was cool to like them back then. You know what?
Yeah. I think for Mike, because Mike and Prince was kind of you know, they was androgynous whatnot. They if the guys was jealous that the girls was giving them attention, that they had something to get at them about. But no matter what, them boys could pull your girl.
That's the crazy part, right? That was
right. Yeah, he in high heels and laces. He gonna pull your girl.
Pull your girl with heels on principle. That's right. And the best part about it is, we don't do no scripting and nothing like that. We just got a template. We got a canvas, and the canvas is there's 20. So we're gonna go ahead and count it down, man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome back to Classic Flow, the mix, the culture, the movement. I'm DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay, and we're back in 1988, the golden year of hip hop. This is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, I advise you to go take a look at it. We counted down the top 30 songs of the year, 1988. Also, the posse cut of the year, as well as a producer of the year. It just manifested itself. So I had to put the producer of the year out there and the classic flow of the year, 1988. So now, I'm going to get into some albums, but before we get into the albums, if you haven't already done it, make sure you check out the exclusive interviews on this channel, or sat down with Al Capone of Totally Insane, representing East Palo Alto, the city by the Bay, and then Mob James of Death Row Records fame, breaking down life in Compton with Suge Knight and Tupac, and then also Life After Death Row. Those are real stories, real history, no filters, anything, nothing like that. And as you heard the conversation coming into this one, there's no scripts, there's none of that. It's just a true conversation that goes forward, and we got more artist interviews on the way. But today, we're bringing that same perspective into this conversation, because I'm not doing this one alone. I got my guy, called him K-double-D. Welcome to the flow.
Welcome, man. Hey, man, thank you. I want to say this. I watched all of those podcasts, man. I watched all of them. Everyone you said, I watched, and more. Hey, man, you do your thing. You do your thing, man. Yeah. Those were great. It made me, when I listened to the one last week about the East Palo Alto boys, man, it made me go back and listen to the album, and I had to, I had to listen to it with 1988 ears though. You feel what I'm saying? 80s ears, and so I said, let me go back and put myself in the mode, because I was, like I said, I was on the East Coast, so I didn't get that Cali music, the Bay music, that didn't reach that far. But so what you're doing, the content that you're putting out there, it makes me go backwards and say, let me listen, let me get this up with fresh ears, with new ears. You feel me?
For sure, and that's the goal. I'll be honest with you, on this day, man, I went back and took a listen to Tupac, All Eyes on Me, bro. And you talk about flow, man, that album is as good now as it was when he released it back then.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's like no skips, straight through. Man, Tupac was in his bag, bro, at that time. He was in his element, he was in the zone, he was doing his thing. You know what I mean? Definitely awesome. We talk about 30 years later, songs are still relevant. You get
relevant. Yeah, my favorite Tupac album is his third album, Me Against the World. That's my favorite. It's just because I think Tupacalypse Now is my favorite. You feel me? Because it was that first one was raw, and I heard that Black Panther, I heard that PE influence, I heard that Ascari X influence, I heard the Paris influence. So I was like, oh, this dude here, he bought that. And at that time, I was big in the Nation of Islam, Farrakhan, and so and he's trapped. That's the one that got me. My sister was the one that told me. She said that's that crazy boy from Juice. I said, that's him.
It was then, but now you got a name that's household. Tupac everywhere you go. Tupac is Bishop. Tupac is, I forgot the name of Above the Rim, but everybody know Pac. Though when it came
I forgot his name Above the Rim.
I like that, and I want to just clarify like a couple of things, but that's the whole goal of the podcast, is just to revive that history that we have, man. Hip hop has such a rich history that it does make you go back into time, so to speak, when you listen to a lot of these records, because you think about what you were doing there, what life was like back then, and for many of us, it was a whole lot simpler. But then you said something about, you're from my city, you're from the Bay Area. I just want to make that.
Yes, Richmond. Understands Richmond.
All right. So we love the Bay. We shout out V-Town and the town of Oakland. You know what I mean?
The town, the city, all of them.
But you were on the East Coast for quite some time, and that may help in the future, because this is just where the earth started to shift a little bit, like the earthquake of '89. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Days and Giants game, man. It was the rap scene too that the area really started to step up, man. And I'm telling you, it caught. Not long after that, that's when Tupac caught on to it. You know, he started in the Bay Area, and we had our own sound. And unfortunately, it was after him and Big passed away that the eyes wasn't on the Bay Area so much. And you know, York tried to get it back, but then the South stepped up and it ran with it for a very, very, very long time.
Let's not forget about Hammer, because Hammer was big.
Well, that's the Bay Area. That's what I'm saying.
That's the Bay. I'm saying, you said Tupac, but I said, let's not forget Hammer, because he was huge at that time.
Yeah. And what's crazy is they talk bad about him, but for doing what he did. Now everybody does what he done, do what he did, or trying.
Right. Trying to do what he did. Let me say this, man. Hammer's father just passed recently. You know what I'm saying? So he posted that. So we just want to RIP to his pop, man.
Yeah, the Burrell family. And I'm glad you mentioned Hammer, because in part one, Let's Get It Started should have been on that list. That song, man, them songs that really get the party started to this day. You know what I mean? You play it, folks start heading towards the dance floor. And then as a DJ, I mean, if y'all don't know what the top songs was, I tell you, go back and listen to that episode. But as a DJ, I'd mix in, especially for our age group, I'm mixing in 5 minutes of funk. It takes 2 to make a thing go right and stuff. And at that point, they're not getting old. Oh, they never. No, these are classic joints that never get old. And that Hammer video, by this time I was, Magic Number video was kind of, I stopped watching so many videos, but that video Let's Get It Started video has to be one of the top videos of all time.
Hey man, I was on the East. I was on the East Coast at that time, and when Hammer came out, this was okay. So N.W.A. was a little bit before him. So I'm seeing the Raider jackets. I'm seeing the Kings hats. I'm seeing the black Los Angeles Lakers gear. The DOC was in Los Angeles Lakers gear black, and I was like, oh man, they in our gear, because we was wearing the gear. The Raiders were great at that time, so it was good to wear Raider gear at that time. So when I saw those boys in the gear, I said, oh yeah, Hammer came out. He wasn't wearing Oakland gear.
No.
He wasn't wearing Oakland gear. Yeah, short. You seen Short in Ace jackets. You seen fucking Ace jackets. You feel me? You might have seen somebody in a Doves jacket. Doves wasn't good at that time, but Chris Webber, they could have been in a Chris Webber jersey or Speedwell or something. Hammer wasn't wearing nothing that said, "Oh."
I was rocking hard bottom Capizios and Giorgio Bertinis and whatnot.
Yes.
Fits and that flow whenever he was moving across the floor and everything else, man. And the y'all had to decide. I know Oxford Street love to see them coming, because they know it's meant to be some money, like on Players Club when the high rollers come here, they ring the light, man, they come, man, they come. Hello, my friend.
I said, oh, we about to get some thousands. That boy's at Oxford Street.
Come on, man. Fine.
Oh man, hey, you're right though. You're right.
Oxford Street or Mr. Z in Oaktown, bro. That's what we was going to.
Yeah. He said we need to get back to the inventory, because these boys is coming again. Oh man, I ain't heard Oxford Street in a long time, man.
Man, oh yeah, and they're around. They're around the Bay Area.
They still around?
For sure. Okay. Yeah. Shout out Oxford Street, San Francisco, San Leandro, Sacramento is not like the first two that I mentioned, but they're there as well. I brought I had to get one. I went to a wedding and I just didn't like. Maybe I needed a haircut or something, and I stopped and got me a Bruno Capelli.
Okay.
Put that thing on. They had a red bottom, so I just went with the all black thing. You know what I mean? But
that's still fly.
They topped it off. Yes, sir. That's sir.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go ahead and get to some music. MC Hammer is going to be on this list as we're going to rank these albums. Most important albums right here from 1988. And we're about to table though. I'm not even sure he know how we're going to actually do this, but this is what we're going to do, bro. We're going to remove 3 of these albums, and then we're going to add one of them back in. We're going to add one album back in, a random wherever.
Okay.
Wherever geology, wherever you want to go from, and then we're going to So let's get into it. With all these albums up here, I'm gonna go ahead and take the first album off, bro.
Okay.
So number 2 is out of 20 albums, man. I'm taking that Ghetto Boys Making Trouble off, man. You know, it was early. It was an early selling voice. It was raw. It was unpolished.
Right.
It probably was important, especially for Texas. You know, as a foundation for what Texas rap will become, but not peak yet. You know, the seeds are there, but we just wasn't ready for the tree that the trouble that they was trying to make. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, let me tell you this story. So at this time, I'm in the Army when this album come out, and I'm in Texas when this album. Yeah, I'm in Texas. So these boys was on the radio, and they talked about how much they didn't like N.W.A. I'm listening to this, and this was I think it was Bushwick Bill talking. I think, I'm not sure, but they were talking about how much they didn't like N.W.A. because they talk about the same stuff we took about, and they took our style. And I'm like, what? What? Who are you? I didn't know who the Ghetto Boys were. I had no idea who they were, but I'm heated because you talking trash about the West Coast boys who did just lay the foundation. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, it's coming out of Compton, it's coming out of LA. And matter of fact, not even LA, Compton to be exact. You know what I'm saying? Compton. Yeah, to me, it would be like Ice-T saying I'm from LA, but then these boys coming in saying I'm from Compton. It's different than Short saying I'm from Oakland, and then here come Calvin T saying I'm from Richmond. It kind of it gives it something else. You feel me?
They was making trouble, man. Just because the album's called Making Trouble, I mean they had to do it. But the thing about it is this, though. You know, N.W.A. was making noise, and you're brand new on the scene. You got to go for that top spot. You get what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Rakim, I believe, and you know, we got to talk to Rod to make sure, but I believe Rod did that on that song, and of course, you know, the infamous 50 Cent Ja Rule thing, and
yeah.
For a very long time, but then Kendrick just all of a sudden just assassinated Drake to the point that
he assassinated.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So are you keeping that album, or was that one of your removals?
Oh, it's that wasn't even supposed to be on there.
Oh, you agree with that? Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't even supposed to be on there.
Got you. I thought you was leaning towards we keep
to some Ghetto Boys after that. Oh yeah, now they got raw and they got funky, but that one right there, no, it's for 88. Nah,
they did exactly what the next album was called. They gripped it on it. They went to the next level, to another level.
They did. Yes.
And, you know what? I dare say, I'm trying to think this is going to interfere with our conversation. So I like the Ghetto Boys album better than I like Straight Outta Compton, but that's just me. I don't want to get canceled.
Yeah. No. You see, I got on my LA hat, right? You see, I got on my LA hat.
So I'm gonna let you take the next album off. What's your album you gonna take off then? So we agree that both of us took that album off the list.
We took that album off the list. Yeah. I'm gonna also now. I don't know if you're going to agree with this or not, but I've got to take off. Gonna be controversial, man, but not the artist. I got to think about the album, the whole album. I got to take MC Lyte off of there, man. Yeah, Light as a Rock. Light as a Rock was raw, and she got about two on. She got about 2 or 3 on there, maybe 2. That's I would say a classic, but I'm like, say nah. Her whole album didn't belong on there, not the album.
And there goes any female viewers that we may have had, right?
Go check out the Lady of Rage pod.
Yeah, the Lady of Rage is coming, but this is 10 years before. Hey, first of all, no Shantae, no Light. But no Light, there's no Rage. You understand what I'm saying?
Real talk. Well, I'm saying like this. What those girls became and who those girls were at that time, they were dope, but it just wasn't the albums. They had good singles, and I was like, oh, let's play it because Light as a Rock got that play. I mean, Light, you go through her whole catalog, you're gonna play Georgie Porgy, you're gonna play Anita Roughneck, all that stuff. But are you going to play the album, and are you not going to skip?
On that note, you're 100% right, bro. You are 100% right. However, 2 songs she had on that album, they were dope to me. That I talked about them before. That Paper Thin and Light, one of my favorites.
Light as a Rock. Light as a Rock is raw.
It's raw, but I don't know if I've listened to the whole album to this day. I probably not have listened to it, or I've skimmed through it and nothing kept my ear. So I have.
There you go. There you go.
30 years.
Yeah, I've also gone back to these albums and I've listened to them with 88 ears and 2020 some ears, and it didn't. Light as a Rock is gonna be Light as a Rock. You feel what I'm saying? But all the other ones on there, the production wasn't there. It didn't hold my interest. If I'm listening to a song and I'm giving you 30 seconds, and that's a lot. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds, and if you can't hold me, I'm like, okay, because I'm trying. I'm like, okay, I can't give you that. So, and if I'm gonna be 1,000, then 100 just gonna come with it. I can't. If you're gonna trust my opinion, or just say I like what he's thinking about, how he talking about it. Like, he gave that one a pass, or because I got to keep it 100. She went that.
I want to let the record reflect that this is no shade on Light.
True.
I love to see how much light is at the end of the tunnel. She's still beautiful to this day.
Hall of Fame. Light is Hall of Fame material. Oh, for sure. Hall of Fame material. Yes, sir.
Well, the second album I took off, so that means we don't have to discuss these no more. We basically did, but we don't have to discuss them anymore. Dougie there.
No.
I had dropped another album that year, personally.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's on that. I don't know if it's on that album or not.
Which one?
Will and Barry D. They must have beat me here. They're in the booth, which is also
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went through that whole album today. I went through that whole album today, and no.
You took it up.
Hall of Fame. Yeah. No, it's gone. Yeah, because Dougie Fresh is Hall of Fame material for sure. I've actually seen what I see. Yeah, I saw Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick at the Oakland Coliseum at the Rock the Bells tour. Oh man, bless my heart just to see them boys up there. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta say what it is, and then after the show, after the show,
yeah, the song,
the show, yeah, that when you got Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh together. Come on, man, that's ridiculous. So now you go out and you make that album. Slick Rick made an album, Dougie Fresh made an album. Slick Rick made a classic, and Dougie Fresh it didn't hit. It just didn't hit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
And so I went to listen to the album today. Today, I'm like, nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Well, an important thing to mention. We talked about Ghetto Boys. Houston was for the first time had a blip on the map because it was mostly New York.
Yeah.
And the West Coast came, a few years later with Ice-T and
right.
Or Mitchell, their first album. And Atlanta had a rapper by the name of Shy-D who dropped a cool album too.
I remember Shy-D. Yeah.
Cool album. But then this next crew is off the list, man. They he showed up on the scene. It's their second album, not as good as their first album, in my opinion. And but Two Live Crew, Move Something was out of there. Miami-based energy, club dominance. We get all that. It's controversial to say the least, and it's definitely with some movement music. You know what I mean? Pure function, move, and the video. Made you not move some. Every time the video was on, y'all. Baby with the yellow and black biker short suit, fit whatever.
Real tough. The cover alone is iconic.
But for sure.
The cover alone is iconic.
Yeah. Because now they moving around and everything. So Luke did his thing, but was it a cultural impact or was it just party music? That's the kind of question. I guess that was the Miami culture at that time. But like I said, the video was definitely moving something. But
well, if you look, you have to look backward to say if it was a movie, because at that time, for me, it was irritating because that beat was too fast. Hood back, and I'm at that time I'm rolling with a dude who from Miami, and we talked about this before. If you're the driver, you control the cassette or the CD or what's going on. So partner got my lowrider truck at the time. He said, "Could you put this in, please?" I was like, "Okay, put it in." And he put in the Two Live Crew, and I looked at him like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Hey man, get this stuff out of here." Now I grew to like it because of what they stood for. Freedom of speech.
For sure.
It was controversy sells. They were saying you can't stop us. You can't tell us what this. You can't tell us what to say. And I was like, you know what? Later on, say a few years later, after that, could have been half a decade or a decade later. I was like, you know what? they carved out something. But if I'm rolling around in my truck at the time on my car, and you're not getting in rotation. So at the club, this is gonna be played at the club. For my thing was, okay, what's gonna get them to move? Yeah, but who am I gonna put in my car that I'm gonna listen to? And I want to listen. I want you to roll with me today because I'm about to go to work. I'm about to go wash my car. I'm about to go to the grocery store, whatever. Who do I want rolling with me? And I didn't want y'all in here with me with all that noise. To me, at the time, it was noise. Later on, with an acquired taste, I said, okay, but I never woke up and said, oh man, I ain't heard Luke in a minute, man. I want to hear that too. I want to go that way. And that was just a personal preference. I like the slower, rougher, harder beats. That was West Coast. You feel me? And to me, that was just the opposite of that.
Yeah, it's too different from everything else. And living on the strip of the city, I don't remember too many cars passing by slapping that you know what I mean? Slapping the two. Yeah. Shout out to Luke. Even when they took the name, he kept on skywalking. You know what I mean? And
yeah, shout out. And I respect him like I respect Master P. I respect him like that. You feel what I'm saying? It was just at that time when he came along, when they came along and they did what they did for Miami. Salute to Miami. Salute them Hurricanes at that time too. They just didn't. They didn't move me to like say, okay, I got to get up and go get that album this morning. As soon as Towers open, I'm there. As soon as Rasputin open, I'm at the doors and I'm going to get. Hey man, y'all still got that? It wasn't that for me. And that's when it was either a Tuesday or a Saturday morning thing. We getting up to go to the that was a must. We getting up going to the record store. And if you came back with nothing, you felt disappointed that you didn't come back with nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do you have another album that you take it off, or did we cover them all now?
I think that's it, man. Hold on 1 second. You might have to edit this. Yeah, I got one more.
Oh, all right. What's your one more?
I got one more. Because I'm going album. And it's gonna be Howard. It's gonna be controversial for the boys out there. But yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Lay it on us, bro.
It's gonna be Eric B. and Rakim, man. Yeah. I'm saying albums. I'm saying albums. I ain't saying Microphone Fiend. I ain't saying yeah. I'm saying you got about two classics for sure, but the album.
Eric B. and Rakim will go on. Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. Yeah. You asked me one time you asked me, you said, what is the classic album? Hey. What is the classic? And I'm like.
I'm that. We got 20 albums, and that's one of your top 20 albums that's gone.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
Hear what you got.
Because you talking, if we talking singles, okay. If we talking half albums, one thing. But if we talking whole albums, like on that album right there, Eric B got a couple songs was just him doing his thing, and I'm like, and these songs like fillers. They ain't that good.
True.
Yeah. I feel what you're saying.
Three fillers that. Two of them definitely shouldn't have been on there. You could have 8 songs on the album, and it would have been a classic. The extended beat of "Move the Crowd," bro. Yeah. You're gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings by.
I know.
And I'm not mad at it. Don't get
like, comment, and subscribe.
Please and thank you. Here goes the thing. What 3 songs you like on that album? Because we can talk about it. What
is it? Hold on, let me get it. I think it's Microphone Fiend is one.
I hated it. Q Antoine and what you call it from Living Color. Hated it.
Oh, you like Microphone Fiend?
No, sir.
What are you talking about?
No, from the very first time I heard it on the radio when they were saying, because Follow the Leader was out there, and I don't know if that radio station leaked. They leaked Microphone Fiend and Lyrics of Fury, and I was not impressed from the very get-go. And words on that. Matter of fact, Follow the Leader's on the song on that first album, the first side of the album I would listen to.
Yeah, it's so you got Follow the Leader, and then you got Microphone Fiend, and then you got Lyrics of Fury, and with Lyrics of Fury, you would almost have to like that style, that type of hip hop, and at that time, that's what was coming out on the East Coast. It was the lyrics of Fury.
Let me tell you something. The beat was horrible. That was a problem with that song. So I don't even remember what he said on there. It was horrible. You take that same beat and put it on a. See, I don't want to fast forward to the next year.
Okay.
Fast forward to the next year. But here's a song that, Whirlwind Pyramid. Kind of. If he had that beat on there and flow with it, it's fire.
Yeah.
But he used. So for me, I flip over to the next side. Competition is all right. But then to the listeners is my joint. That's one of my favorite Eric B. and Rakim joints.
Oh my God, that's raw.
That's
raw. Oh, that's raw. I was listening to that today. I was like, oh my God, that is raw. Yeah.
My son likes that one.
Yeah, I agree with that there. Musical Massacre and the R was on there. Was on side 2 also.
That's it.
That's it. So I would say you got 6 songs, maybe 7 on there, but then that's the one you keep. But now you got about 3 or 4 that you got to fast forward, skip or whatever, and that's too many for me to call it the classic. So that's why I had to, not compare that to somebody else that's going to be on the list of that's gonna come up. I'm like, I ain't fast forward none of these, or maybe one. You feel me? When we get to N.W.A, you feel what I'm saying? A song that I couldn't stand then, and a song that I can't stand now is when they play. Give me something to dance to. Why you even do that?
Well, we defer, bro. Let's pause though. Let's pause right here.
All right.
Those albums are gone, though. Okay, we got those are gone. Eric B. and Rakim is gone. 2 Live is gone. Dougie Fresh is gone. MC Lyte is gone. And we both agreed that the Ghetto Boys, they were out of there. We weren't ready.
Yeah, they wasn't ready yet.
Okay, so now that leaves. This is number 16 on my list. Well, actually, number 17 on my list, and just because it's just by default. Man, it's fun. It was dance driven. It was accessible.
I would agree.
It was like
it was fun.
Yeah, this couple of songs on this album you play at a class reunion party or whatnot to really go that year.
Yeah.
My Way, you kick dance and all that kind of stuff or whatnot.
Yeah.
Riding to it, probably not.
No, you're not gonna ride with that song, but I would say that it's an important album for Kid and Play, and it's an important album for hip hop because was connected with a movie or whatever. We know that and that look, that high top, right, that the dance routine. You would see, you still go to an NBA game and see LeBron and them doing the warm up. They still doing the Kid and Play dance. You feel what I'm saying? So it was an important album for hip hop, and it was something new because these guys wasn't rough, they wasn't gang. It was a hip hop, it was a gangster movement at that time. They wasn't really gangster, they wasn't really hard. It was fun. You feel what I'm saying? It was fun and friendly. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the whole album, and am I gonna ride with them? No, but I will put that one song on. I'll put that second song on. I'll put that third song on because it's cool.
Yeah.
It was the dance routines and the music. You're not gonna really go to a Kid and Play joint and be like, say, "Oh man, did you hear what he said?" It's not that.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you have that? What did you have that song ranked at? Did you give it a number on your list?
I actually gave that. We had the same number because I got down at 16.
At 16. Okay, 17 on mine.
Okay.
17 on mine. So what was your 17 there?
Hold on a second. My fault, family.
No problem.
On my 17, I had Biz Markie.
Bro, see, this is why you here.
Yeah.
I had it 16. The only reason why I had it one step ahead.
Yeah.
Vapors was a bigger song than anything Kid and Play had. Vapors,
I would agree.
The song I like on that album, though.
I would agree. And the Juice Crew was a movement, and Kid and Play wasn't really connected with something. So when you hear Biz Markie, you're going to think of everybody who was with the Juice Crew, and so it gave them something else. Even though he was funny, and even though he wasn't that ladies man or the thugs wasn't gravitating towards him. Something about Big you just liked. Excuse me, about Biz Marquis. Excuse me, about Biz. About something about Biz you just like, and and you can relate to the Vapors. When I don't care, we got a new pair of skates, we got a new toy, a new car, or something. It's, now she like me, or now they want to hang around. Yeah,
that's right. But I personally, I can't stand gimmicky rappers, and there's some that came later on that I just didn't gravitate to, and it's not going to be a popular opinion, I know. And I try to pick my spots because some of it is very controversial. To whereas, but Boogers, Albee Square Mall, and all that, I just wasn't into it. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Personally, outweighed the lyricism a little bit, but he did know how to have a big song on this album and then his next album, 89, which when we get there, we'll talk about that. But
yeah, I agree.
It didn't do too much for me.
Yeah, when I saw the video got me because I saw Big Daddy Kane. I saw Big Daddy Kane in the video.
The way he's just like how he was rapping it. Yeah, that was a mellow fellow that's laid back, but back in the days he wasn't nothing like that. And Kane was walking around just
he walk around looking like that, walk around with the donkey rope.
For real. Yeah. Okay, so so we got 16 and 17. We flip flop, but we agree. What's your 15?
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna have to go with Ice-T.
You put Ice-T at number 15.
I put Ice-T at number 15. I did. Yeah. I kind of cover.
You try to say controversy, bro.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess you on the West Coast to understand that Ice-T album, bro.
Yeah. Well, I loved Ice-T only because he looked like my neighbors. He looked like the people I grew up with. He looked like one of my mentors. He looked like that. However, if I'm going out, I kind of cover. Yeah. Everybody went and looked at the back of that cover for that girl. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Man.
For sure.
Oh, she was her.
He was raw, man. Yeah. And so now I'm listening to. Am I going to listen to this whole thing? Am I going to come through this whole thing? So you look at your cassette back in the day. You know when your cassette get that little bubble in it because you listen to the same song over and over again. So it's a hump. It's a hump in there. That album had that hump in there because.
Don't try to take all the time and overtalk me, bro. That question is, am I listening to the whole album? The answer is yes. I listen to that whole album, bro.
Okay.
The whole album is like that. Whole is I had Ice-T at number 7.
Number 7?
All the way up at number 7, bro. Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about that album because I'm going 6. I know this ain't it, but I would do 6 in the morning before I did the other one.
That's not even my favorite song on the tape.
No.
That came out at least a year before that 2 years before that album came out. And the album was basically a remix, an extended remix.
I would say
you start off with the poem where he told his life story, became a young kid in LA. Then you get Time Pays, which is his contribution. And people don't realize this and don't talk about it enough. Run DMC introduced that rock guitar. Well, actually, we talked about before we got started. We talked about Michael Jackson and that. Right. Michael Jackson, I believe they did Beat It just to appeal to a certain demographic. You follow me? And get on MTV. Okay. Run DMC stole the play, did the same thing with Rockbox, and later on with King of Rock. Because Big Records, Houdini did it with Fugitive. Public Enemy did it with Sophisticated. And it would Go Cut Creator Go. And who are we talking about? Ice-T did it with Ron Page with that loud rock guitar. Ice-T.
I would say you're right. I would say you're right on all of those. You're right on all of those. Yep.
So we're not doing Ryan Page. We on Power. Hold on. My bad.
Yeah, I would say when I heard the first time I recognized that I was listening to a rock, because when I heard Michael Jackson to beat it, I wasn't. I was more intrigued with his dancing, and I wasn't really listening to the whole to everything that was going on in the back. Later on, when I seen a concert and I seen with that whoever that guy was on the guitar get out there do, I said, okay, it's a little rock and roll here or whatnot. Yeah, but when I heard Run DMC,
yeah.
do it, that's when I took note, because to me they was the best at that. They was the kings to me at that time. So I'm paying attention to everything that they doing. You feel what I'm saying? So then I noticed it, and then especially with Walk This Way.
Hated it. Then back then I hated that song. Walk This Way.
When I heard Walk This Way, I was fast forwarding until I was around my fellow army buddies, Caucasian, and they was like, oh man, we just love that song. And I said, that's for them. That's for them, and it pulled them in, and that's gonna make their demographic bigger. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't realize that until I heard them say. And these guys here were hardcore. I won't say acid rock, but they're hardcore. We built this city. That kind of thing. But yeah. But then when that came along, and I said, oh, that's why they did it. And so now they on one side of the room playing their music. We on the other side of the room playing that music, but now this brought us into the center to just like on the video. It did the exact same thing.
And I was DJing at a place called My Office in Vallejo, and I did such a great job for the sister. Shout out T Palmer. First name Keith, last name Palmer. I did her, and the club owners liked me so much, and they wanted me to come DJ another party the next night. Totally different demographic. I went from all black to all white crowd. So I'm downloading stuff like the Eagles and everything. And Aerosmith, Walk This Way. I played that record. I had forgot about it, and they not Aaron, Run DMC, Walk This Way. I forgot about it, and somebody requested it. And you talk about turned up, and I said okay. And then I'm listening to the lyrics myself, and I'm like, you know what? I was in high school, back in the days and everything, and now how to get the girls. She said this, how to go about it, how to walk this way. So yeah. But again, it starts with Quincy Jones and Michael, because Michael, I saw a documentary not too long. Michael was so upset that he didn't win a Grammy or any the proper award he wanted for Off the Wall. Off the Wall. Did that second album, they wanted to make it better, and they had that song to bridge that gap. So Rick Rubin said he had the formula, because the majority of those rappers, well, I told you about Run DMC, I told you about Public Enemy, Beastie. Well, No Sleep to Brooklyn is a dope
ridiculous
too. So they had the formula, and like I say, other people start peeping the game that we didn't see until later, and implemented into their music. Even the DLC, Beautiful but Deadly.
Ridiculous.
Last year,
ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a fast forward. I mean, come on, okay, turn tape over now.
Oh no, I messed around and let that play one time, and when I heard it. Dun 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 dun, and I was like, ugh, it's kind of, and I had nice speakers in my truck at the time, and then when I heard it coming through there, I was like, hey, you know what? This kind of dope to me. It's kind of dope, because I used to fast forward a Whirlwind Pyramid. I used to fast forward until I started listening to what he was saying, and I said, ooh. I said, okay, because I like a certain type of track. Then I said, listen to what they saying, and then what they saying and the track goes together. You know what I mean? So then I start letting it play. And so that Whirlwind Pyramid and that Beautiful but Deadly, yeah, she's beautiful but deadly. Yeah.
And when you boil it all down, you get Dr. Dre, and then it makes sense, right? Like,
it makes sense. I would like to just go back to that Off the Wall and Thriller. Off the Wall is my favorite Michael Jackson. I think that's his best album. Okay. I really do. Yeah. I think that I felt like Michael felt. I was like, this ain't getting nothing. Now Thriller, it's the #1 seller. It's Hall of Famer. It's how many times platinum? Yeah. Personally,
Off the Wall is yours.
My favorite is Off the Wall. Yeah, 21. That's a 21-year-old Mike. I'm now becoming a man. I'm stepping out by myself. I'm a solo artist. And here it is. Here's what I'm doing.
Back to Ice-T. How drama, storytelling at its finest. Heartbeat is just straight up hip hop song. You know what I mean? Where he says something, and then he raps and he raps and he raps. And then he goes back to what he's talked about at the very beginning. He starts the song over the way he ends the song the same way he started it. And then at the Syndicate, that's his posse cut. Not a bad joint. And then Radio Suckers, basically what he's talking about was that thing where you was talking about you talked about how basically what you were saying was how Luke was pioneering the trying to get censorship.
Yeah.
Ice-T, this was Ice-T's song saying, Radio Suckers don't play us. Why can't you? If y'all bleep Lottie Dottie, why y'all can't bleep me for my stuff?
I feel you. I feel that.
Pusher, man, though. Oh, what?
Oh, that's dope. That was dope.
Well, thank you. And then you had a song. So that was the guitar track that he had on this album.
Yeah.
I could listen to it and have to. Girls, let's get butt naked, and it was that was a skip most of the time, but tolerable. High Rollers.
Now High Rollers. I'll play that. I would go straight to the High Rollers, and it's the track. It's the track and his voice that go together, and believable.
For sure. Oh, absolutely.
Believable.
It was a game on wax for real. Then you had Grand Larceny.
Grand Larceny. Yeah.
You know what he's talking about was Grand Larceny though. He did it, and then when did you first hear Spice One? Did you hear Spice One when his first album?
No, I didn't hear Spice One. And first time I heard Spice One was probably around the era of Menace to Society era.
Okay, so because he was on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So yeah, we might have to talk about that album together.
Okay.
I think I got a line on Spice One. There's somebody who got a number on Spice One. We'd love to talk about that album. His first album, absolute classic. Spice One had a song called "Break Yourself," and basically what they were saying was, "Break yourself to come get this tape." Like you know what I'm saying. And the idea of break yourself is because we love what we're doing and we getting paid for this. You know what I'm saying? So we basically robbing you. We just taking your money. They take your money. That's the same Grand Larceny. That's why this is Grand Larceny. This is what I'm doing is Grand Larceny, just to get paid doing this. It's like and then So Ice, if please, that's something that everybody needs to listen to. It's like a book. It's like an audio book, basically.
Okay.
Story. Yeah. But dope, nevertheless. It kind of picks up where High Rollers left off. And he talks about his night of retirement from the dope game at age 21. And
Hey man, side note on that. So you got different lingo on the East Coast and you do it on the West Coast and in the Mid. So when I came back to Cali, I rolled up on one of my partner's uncles. And he walked up to me. He said, "Break yourself." I didn't know what he was talking about. I had no idea what he was talking about, man. I had to figure it out. I said, "Oh, okay, it's different lingo out here."
What they were saying out there, run your jewels.
Run it. Run it. Run it.
God.
Hey, over here, out there, you get if you didn't run it, you get Timberlanded up. That's what they call it. Don't get Timberlanded up.
No $1.50 is a straight Timberlands way back then.
$1.50, and I had to find out what a $1.50 was. I didn't know. You had to, but I found out from the records because the records would let you know what was going on. That was like the newscaster. I found. Oh, is that what that mean? What that mean? But $1.50. What? So they just doing straight across the face? Yeah.
Interesting. Where'd you have Sir Mix-a-Lot at?
Because he West Coast, man. Because he West Coast. Come on, man. He up, man. He up.
It's West Coast.
True, but
Posse on Broadway.
But you had two tests. Two tests. If your speakers, if your speakers, you got Posse on Broadway, and you got Too Short. If your speakers can handle them too, you know what I'm saying. Ice-T was at that. Now when we got the colors, it was something else. So it was like okay, because it's coming through a certain kind of way. But if I could roll down the strip, roll down my windows, open up everything, and I can hear my Posse's on Broadway. I mean, and get without this distortion and say your speakers can handle that. You good. So he got more. So he got more play from me.
Okay, what number was he on your list?
Which one?
Sir Mix-a-Lot. That wasn't the only good song on that album, but I feel it though.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Hold on a second.
That's all he needed. That's a West Coast classic. I don't know about the nation.
It's a West Coast classic. Let me see where I got that one at. I had this one at number 10.
Okay, you had him at 10. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. All right. My number 14 was MC Light. She's gone though. So let's hear what your number. What Eric B and Rakim is out of there. I had them at 13. You got them out of there.
You got that? Okay.
Yeah. They out of there. So, all right. So here we go. Number 12.
What you got?
Well, tell me what's.
I got BDP.
You got BDP at 12? What?
I got BDP at 12.
You were on the East Coast and got BDP at 12?
I got BDP at 12 because at that time okay. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm a knucklehead. I'm in the streets. You used to hustle. You used to sell weed. So like I wasn't trying to get educated at the time. I wasn't trying to listen to teachers. It was good videos and stuff, but my ears wasn't picking up conscious rap.
Okay.
It wasn't picking up conscious rap. I'm going, we all in the same. It's the same gang, and self destruction was hitting differently to me. I'm going to lean more toward the West Coast because you hit it for self destruction. Okay, whatever. It's a great song, but I wasn't trying to get taught. Parents just don't understand. I wasn't listening. You feel me?
Well, okay. Yeah. Well, I was in school. I was listening to BDP, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say you got me at 12.
Yeah.
Okay, you got BDP at 12.
When I say BDP, I'm really saying I had KRS at 12. You feel what I'm saying? Really?
BDP. I don't even know why.
Yeah. If we saying PE, we really saying Chuck D. That's really what we're saying.
No. We're gonna talk.
Going? Okay. All right.
Later, but I can't let you have that one.
Okay.
Where's my Boogie Down Productions? Well, I got them on my list, though. Hold on. I got Boogie Down Productions at number 5, bro. So you got them
5?
I have 5, bro. They was Boogie. Hey, they was hitting out here, bro. They was hitting. So
okay.
For number 11, album number 11 now. Actually, you just mentioned Parents Don't Understand. I got that at number 12.
You got that? Ooh, I got that's higher up on my list.
Was that not what you were supposed to feel?
One that's a double CD, a double album at the time. You feel me? I'm pretty sure that was a double.
For rap.
Was that double?
That was a double. That's rap's first double album.
Okay, I'm pretty okay. So that was a double at the time, and Jazzy Jeff was going off in here. Jazzy Jeff was going off. So it's higher for me.
He was one of the top DJs then.
Yeah.
And he's still one of the best now. It's evident nowadays, but he was one of the top DJs back then. So what album?
Which one?
Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. He's a DJ and a rapper.
They number 6.
Oh, number 6 though. Okay.
Number 6. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Well, what was your 12?
12 was where did we leave off at?
I got it. It's BDP.
Oh, BDP, yeah.
Now, here we go. It didn't crack the top 10. You know what I'm saying? Didn't crack the top 10. Oh, let me tell you this story, man. I was driving Uber in 2021, 22. The pandemic had eased up for pay. And I was riding, I always would give, a passenger, you got a music choice, music preference. As a DJ, access to all kind of music. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They're not sponsoring me, so I'm not gonna say what app I use, but my playlists are pretty.
Okay. It's deep, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So for some reason, this just me random. I'm gonna listen to this Jazzy Jeff CD.
Okay.
I put it in and just press play. No skip through this song, whatever, because it don't have very many skips.
It hits.
The very next Passengers I picked up was a foursome from Philadelphia, of all places. And you talking about excited to hear Will
on the West Coast?
Yes, on the West Coast in an Uber in Oakland. Bro, that ride was so lit. The tip was nice and everything else, man. They were loving me, bro, for that.
Hey, man, that album right there, I had just come off of Rock the House. Was their first album called Rock the House?
First album was Rock the House.
Rock the House. And so that was a nice album. So when I saw this one, I was like, you walk in, you see the CD. As I say, I hadn't heard nothing from it, I don't think. I said, let me get it. I got it. And I ordered the cassette. and I put it in. Man, I was like, oh man, this guy here, was he Fresh Prince then? Yeah, he's still Fresh Prince. Yeah, Fresh Prince. I was like, he getting better. He getting better. Yeah, he getting better. And then Jazz, huh?
He expanded his catalog.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And then he was able to rap of the success that they had on Here We Go Again. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Yeah. Charlie Max, the first out the limo.
Limo. Man. He talking about a limo, his
bodyguard.
They did the thing with this album. People need to go revisit that album. He started off with Nightmare on Elm Street, on My Street, which was at that time, because Nightmare on Elm Street was the movie. Brand Funk, very underrated.
Ooh, ridiculous.
Original. A Time to Chill was dope with the I think that's Grover Washington.
Yes, ridiculous.
Charlie,
the tracks. It was them tracks, man.
Pump Up the Bass. Let's Get Busy, baby.
Pump Up the Bass.
He had some
yeah.
That's on that album. Then it kind of died out towards the end, but that's all right. They was hitting.
Them first ones was on here. It ain't too many. Maybe towards the end. You know, maybe towards the end, it was like, okay, this might be a filler, whatever. But then once, man, and when Jazzy got busy, Jazz got busy. He said, hold up, Jazz, wait a minute, play it. He said, yeah, Def ain't ridiculous.
Well, get down for sure.
Yeah. And then Will's flow after that, we had to rewind that so many times. You see the scene of people jumping and shaking and moving and humping. I was like, oh, look at him, look at them. Yeah.
They did their thing. So I keep going so I continue to rock.
Beatbox. And what? Ready Rock? With Ready Rock?
Oh boy, Ready Rock.
Yeah, Ready Rock. Yeah. Dope.
So listen, we ain't talked about this album yet. We mentioned him a minute ago. Number 2 on my list. It pains me.
It sounds like it's gonna hurt my feelings.
Yeah, because it pains me to have this list, have it so high on the list, because after their first 3 albums, bro. Their first 3 albums were were year album of the year candidates. Then they came with this right here.
Are you going to Run DMC?
Run DMC, bro. They hadn't.
You going to Run DMC? Oh my God, no!
The game.
No. Come on, man.
Legacy group trying to evolve with the times, but they still wasn't structured. No. And these are my favorites of all time now.
Yeah. Oh man.
On wax, whatever performances.
Yeah. I remember you told me about that. You was there to see him live do Daryl and Joe. Oh my gosh.
They did not do Daryl and Joe.
They didn't do it.
No.
They didn't do Daryl and Joe.
I have not seen them perform Daryl and Joe live. So you probably went to the Fresh Fest.
Yeah.
That's probably why. I've seen them like 3 times in concert, but not for Daryl and Joe, because I saw them post. I want to say it was then when I first saw them. It was because I didn't go to my first concert till '87. 2 Live.
Okay.
He was there.
Okay. So what album? What was they playing? What album was that? Was that Raising Hell?
So they were not there. Run DMC. I didn't see Run DMC until the album came out.
Okay.
So it was for How You Do It, D, Run's House, Beats to the Rhyme. They was heavy on, and Mary. Oh my goodness.
Mary. I get okay, but they call us Run.
And so what I'm saying is, it was Tougher Than Leather heavy, as opposed to going back to King of Rock and doing all that and doing.
Yeah. You know. What about Tougher Than Leather?
What?
Tougher Than Leather.
That the movie?
No, it's on this album. It's
pretty good too. But I saw the movie a couple of months ago, first time ever.
And
watched it.
It's what it says. It's inconceivable, unbelievable. So it's kind of rock. So it's kind of rock heavy though. You feel me? It's like Rock Box. They brought that back.
But they had 2 songs like that on that album, because you had Papa Crazy.
Now, Papa Crazy, radio station across the nation.
That was cool.
it was cool. And at the time, because it's Run DMC, I'm listening to it. It's something that I would go back and listen to. Like I say, oh, I want to hear that song. No, but if I'm playing that album and I got time, like I said, okay, you're gonna let them. Especially after J passed, I'm letting everything play. I let everything play. You feel what I'm saying? But oh man, I mean, how you do it, D? Missy Lane was skippable. Missy Lane was skippable.
For sure.
Yeah, Missy Lane was skippable.
Years I was and nothing, none of that.
Yeah. Okay. Now this one right here.
While playing
Ragtime. One.
I can sing that right here, probably word for word.
Which one?
Ragtime.
Ragtime. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say, beats to the rhyme. Oh my God, that's too low, man. That's too. Oh man, I love that album. I love that album. And I got that album. That's my number 7.
3 spots up. Okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe because who it is. The cover is hard. the cover is hard. Yeah.
And it's the first time Jay was on the cover.
No, he was on. He wasn't on number 3. Oh.
And you know why?
Sure? Huh?
He wasn't on a contract with Profile.
Oh, is that right? Because I remember that number 3 one. It was like blue and green or some kind of
down the hallway with their bombers on. Just the 2 of them.
Yeah, with the bombers on. Yeah. Now in my room right now, look, in my room, I got the first 2 albums. They on the wall.
Yeah.
The hardest cover. Look, the hardest cover they got, man, is this one.
The facial.
That's the hardest cover they got, man. That's ridiculous. And D got his glasses up on his joint.
That was dope. That was
raw. Yeah. That's King of Rock. Yeah, King of Rock.
Yeah, King of Rock album.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
That was transition era. That was the beginning of the fall of the kingdom, though. Unfortunately.
What? The King of Rock?
No, Tougher Than Leather.
Oh, Tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But they came back hard with Down with the Kings. Just that one. So when they did that album, they did that video when everybody came back, and Pete Rock. I think Pete Rock produced that song, and in that video, Easy was in there, and Redman was in there. What's them 2 little boys? Jump. Them boys in there. Hey man, that there brought them back. That's the first time I heard them say, man, that was the first time when I heard D say, what he say? He said the G-O-D, and if a G-O-D be in me, then a king I be. I'm like, ooh. That was dope.
Yeah. I get that. So the question was, did 1988 pass Zambado? I say yeah. Because, I mean, think about it. They helped build hip hop, right? But then it's with the new wave of rappers and everything, and then especially they
were slipping.
Yeah.
During that time they were slipping, and now I didn't see them as the kings.
But their album was better than Rakim's album.
Yes.
They did. And then you got Big Daddy Kane. We haven't talked about him yet. He's higher up. Public Enemy. We on the KRS and of course N.W.A. The game was more.
Man. Hey man, Kane. I mean, I don't want to skip. I want to skip it, but Run DMC to me, I guess, it was still my heart in there and wanting to see them boys be who they were, and I want to see them maybe not hold the throne, but at least be mentioned in that court. Yeah. They slipped. They slipped.
Yeah, they had us all like LeBron fans, hoping he won another championship.
Oh, you got a little dig in there. Hey, LeBron, I did not support this message.
I don't want him to go. It was my Dubs that they lost to, so hey,
Real time.
With the Heat, I ain't gonna lie, I was rocking with them then, but once the Dubs finally got the ship right, got it right. Yeah.
Real talk. I wasn't rocking. The reason why I was not rocking with LeBron for probably another podcast, but I saw Michael, and when I said no, this dude here. But when my daddy was like, my daddy's like, I saw Will Chamberlain and I saw Bill Russell, and I couldn't argue with that because I didn't see them. You feel what I'm saying? So when I'm telling my boys, I said, no, Mike, and they was like, nah, this guy here. I was like, it's got to be the era then. But I just don't feel, I don't feel him like that, and I don't hate him, but I know what I saw. You know what I mean? So I know we're getting off topic a little bit, but I know the rest. I saw Michael Jackson. So when you come along and tell me Taylor Swift, I'm like, stop it.
We agree. Michael Jordan is our best that we saw.
That we saw. And I don't say greatest of all time. I don't use that word because guess what? I don't know what's coming next. So all time means all time. So I say he's greatest until now that I've seen. Greatest up to now.
Be him, but we're gonna see. We gotta give him some time.
Yeah.
So, no, my number 9 is Eazy-E. Easy does it. I know you.
Whoa! Easy-E is my number 2.
What?
Easy Does It is number 2 here.
Oh wow!
Yes.
We
Yeah. I don't know what you sipping on. What's in that cup, man?
Well, it's a personality wise, Easy had the game on lock. You know what I'm saying? Everybody liked it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
Q pen though. You know what I'm saying? It was easy delivery, but it was Q's pen though.
True. And Dre's beats. It was a perfect marriage of some stuff. And at this time here, they was coming over to snatch the throne. They snatched the throne. You got their first album, and then you got their second album, and then you got Easy Does It. To me, they was the kings. They was the kings, and it was like what do I want to say? It was almost like what you call them boys, like the Musketeers or something like that, because it wasn't just one. Because even though it was an Eazy-E album, you know, right, to me that was an N.W.A. thing. Even though it was a DOC album, that was an N.W.A. thing. So here they come. Now you could say like here's Funkadelic. Here's Parliament, and here's Bootie's Rubber Band. They all the same thing. You feel me? Just under different names because it's the same. Everybody, it's the same players in the lab. So I looked at it like that.
Well, you're right. It's Q's pen.
Yeah.
Easy on the delivery. Yeah. So we did have lightning in a bottle. But
yeah.
There's still a couple of skips on there, even though I believe Yellow was really playing the drums for real on Two Hard Mothers. Remember the intro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many boys in the hood do we need? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, so what you skipping on? What you skipping on Easy's, man? I
just told you Two Hard Mothers. I didn't know. Ruthless Villain wasn't all that neither. Nobody Move. Nobody is all right. It is all right. You know, I'm tired of hearing about the transvestite or whatever it was. no diss to the LGBT whatever crew.
Yeah, that crew. Yeah. Hey, man.
That was a story that you don't
One of the simplest songs on there was Easy, chapter 8, verse 10.
I have to say, that's probably the best story told on there.
I love that one, man. I mean, and he rapping.
And everything on it, that was raw.
Yeah, he not even rapping on that. He just talking.
It's like he preaching.
Yeah. Amen. We're going to pass around the hat. Yeah. Hey, man. Still talking, even with it's Cuban DOC on there. He said, because he's still talking. He said, remember the boy back when he was knee high. He still is knee high. Easy, Eric. Yeah. Hey man, just the way it come on. It's like a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say the ones that I didn't skip Nobody Move. Ruthless Villain. I love Ruthless Villain, man.
Even though that really could have been a red song, but all right.
True. Boys in the Hood, you got Easy Does It. If we want Easy, come on, cuz. Then you coming through with easier said than
keep on coming. That's
easier said than done. That's raw.
But keep on coming. We got Radio.
Yeah, Radio.
No more questions.
No more questions.
Bro.
No more questions. That's dope, man. I'm still playing that.
The concept of the song. I want lady look like. To be honest with you, she sounds.
She sound fine. Bro. She sound fine. And anytime you heard a woman around that, you automatically imagine she was a good looking woman. I'm gonna take it here. I'm gonna take it here to the answer service. I walked into the answer service one day, man, and I seen these women sitting there. I asked my mama, I said, "Hey, man, where you got these people sit up in here, they look a certain kind of way. She said, the beautiful voices, the personality is going to come through in their voices, so they sound beautiful. They sound beautiful. So if you're watching a newscast, yeah, she's beautiful. She's pretty, but she might not have the best voice. It's the one behind the scenes, and you get disappointed if you hear somebody on the radio and then you see in person and say, "Oh man," because in your mind you got it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Case in point, Miss Chalet, she don't sound like she fine at all, but I love.
She don't sound. Well, she's yeah, right. She like yeah. Then when you see, it's like, oh man, now the voice is not so irritated.
I know too much now. However, well,
yeah. We didn't know then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my man. Easy Does It is my number 2.
For 2 on there.
There's emotion in my heart about number 2.
So Yo Jazzy is number 6. Let me see. Do I know what your number 9 or 10 is? No.
You gonna know.
Okay, we're gonna know. Big Daddy Kane, number 8. Long live the Kane for me.
Long live the Kane. Okay.
But here goes controversial.
Number 8 for me is gonna be MC Hammer.
Hold on. We did not talk about Hammer? We skipped Hammer?
We skipped Hammer. We skipped Hammer.
You know what?
We skipped Hammer.
Hammer's your number 8?
Yep.
Hammer's my 11.
Whoa! Oh! Man, the impact of that album.
Huh?
The impact of that album. The impact of it. And to me, that's my favorite. That's my favorite MC Hammer album.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Tell me about the impact. How you feel it was impactful?
One, because he didn't look like a rapper. What we thought
Now he was boys on the street.
Yeah. First what I got was Kango. Excuse me. First what I got was Grandmaster Flash and they was in like Funkadelic suits. You feel me? That was something else. Then here come Run DMC. Now I know where to get that. I can get that clothes. I can get that Adidas stick. I can get that. I get that hat. Here comes LL. I know. I'm seeing boys coming in from New York in the Army. They wearing Fuzzy Kango. Where you get a Fuzzy Kango from? They get it from there. So I'm seeing what. Okay, now let's just say here comes Short in them. Here comes Ice Cube in them. Well, they got curls. They got on the starter jackets and whatnot. Hammer didn't look like none of them. Like you said, he went to Oxford Street, and coming different. So now I'm like, oh snap! And he's getting respect. And we trying to dance like we was trying to do some of the moves. You feel what I'm saying? Yep. So and this is me being I believe at that time I was in Texas, I think, and it was Short and Hammer who had made it that far. You feel what I'm saying? And they were both from the town. And I was like, oh man, this guy is different. He got on hard shoes. He got on baggy pants. He got about 4 parts in his hair. He got on shades. I think he got a curl, some kind of dippity do in his hair. He just didn't look like what we would call a typical rapper at that time. He carved his own lane. So to me, he was impactful, and he came in saying, I'm gonna turn this mother out. But DjRon at LL, Rock His Bells, whatever he said, they said, "Oh snap, he talking about them," and it looked like the first video. It looked like it might have been somewhere like at the Apollo or somewhere. But he went to New York to take over New York. It wasn't like I'm over here saying I'm walking. It's like me knocking on your door and say, "Ron, open up, man. I'm about to take over your house, man." That's what it felt like.
Right. Well, that was a cool song. Let's get it started. We talked about that. Ringham, though. He had an infinite love for Rick James music.
Yeah.
You think about it, because Let's Get It Started is the Rick James. James. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah.
Rick James, but
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
And he made them sound like his. Right. And I say it like this: when you hear "Today Was a Good Day" about to come on, you don't know if it's the Isleys, if you don't know it's Cube, but once Cube start talking, Cube make that song his.
That's right. That's good analogy. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. I didn't realize, and that's my favorite. Ringham is my favorite Rick James joint. That
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, doing that, bro. That's my favorite song, and I didn't really trip off. That's where he got that from. But then you got Cold Go. MC Hammer was cool.
Raw.
Which is the Thriller's Gone was actually pretty cool. He used that.
The Thriller's Gone is raw. That's raw. Yeah.
And actually, I searched for it. I couldn't find it. I just noticed he changed the title of the song on the album. On the app, it's called "It's Gone." Not called "Thriller's Gone" no more. So
that may be some legal stuff, but I remember "Thriller's Gone."
Now, "Put Me in the Mix" was not my favorite. "Son of the King" though was a gospel song. I liked it.
Son of a King was that song that I would play. Say, I wrote it down San Pablo, and instead, to me, "Son of a King" was the golden time of day, Frankie Beverly equivalent.
They say that.
Yeah.
You know what song that album is though to listen to? That's What I Said.
Oh,
I love that song for
ridiculous.
What is about that? It's something about that.
It's the track. It's the track and how he rolled with that track.
He did his thing.
Yeah, son of a king makes you remember that you're your mama's son. Son of a King makes you think of that I'm a child. I'm still a child. And even if your parents weren't with you, I'm a child of God. So because he said I am the son of a king, it means I'm royalty. I'm a prince. So he made you think. He made you think like that. Oh, it ain't just me. I ain't bad. You get arrogant. You get cocky. You get whatever. As you're growing up, it's part of it. But remember, you're still your son. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And then Pump It Up can't be denied neither.
Can't be denied.
Dude, that was a joint right there, man.
As I hear you speak about it, I think you should raise it up on your list.
No, because I'm at Big Daddy Kane now, number 8, and Big Daddy Kane, Ain't No Half Step is one of my favorite top 5 rap songs of all time.
Raw.
Then you had the song "Raw," which is number 3 on that album. The rest of the album I can do without. I don't have to really listen to the rest of the song. But
okay. Now see, that's where we are. Well, I would say that's why I can give them albums higher, because it's not the whole album. It's those 3 songs that were so impactful and so raw that made you go back and listen over and over again, and you forget about or don't even care about the rest of them. That's why those albums aren't higher with me, because it's not the album. It's a few songs. Same thing, and that's what go back to the MC Light. It's like that for me. Yeah, she's raw. Both people I'm talking about, Hall of Fame. The songs are raw, impactful. When you hear me, I'm like, oh, heck, get it dope. When you get to the other, you're like, saying, you know what I mean? That's why those albums are lower for me. Real talk.
All right. Well, look, my number 7 was Ice-T. We talked about that one already. My number 6 is probably your number 1. If it's not your number 1, this is your number 3. But
you know my number 1.
Too Short. Life is Too Short is number 6 for me.
Too Short is my number 3.
I knew it was going to be up there. I'm surprised it's not higher for you. I agree on the same number 1, but I got him at 6. You got him at number 3.
I got number 3.
But people to understand, let me tell you this about Short. I told you about seeing 2 Live Crew, and it was 2 Live Crew and Heavy D in concert.
What year was that?
87.
Okay.
I was in 9th grade.
Okay. What did Heavy have out at that time?
That was Mr. Big Stuff album.
Okay. Was that the first one?
House, Chunky But Funky, Nike, Don't You Know?
That was the first. That was the first one, right?
Yeah, it's first album.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember. Now I went to Kennedy High School. You didn't graduate. You went to Harry Hills, right?
No. I graduated from Fremont, but I did go to Kennedy though.
So our colors was red and white, and I remember going to wear it. They was like, you can't wear that because Crips and Bloods and stuff, and everything. Yeah. I was like, well, I don't know nobody on Crips, no Blood. This is pre-colors. This is just okay. So what I did was I alternated. I wore a blue and red outfit, navy blue and red outfit, similar to what I'm wearing. We went. And Championship Troop was all over the place. I never heard of this clothing line before.
Yeah.
All the brothers championship troop, leather coats on, the shoes was on and everything.
Yeah.
S curls with lines with parts in their hair and everything.
Parts in the hair. Yeah.
Jerry curl juice and fists flying all over the place, bro. It was so many
fish flying
going on. And Henry Convention Center. Heavy D was on the stage. And they turned the lights on. He said he was complaining about the lights being on, and he said, "I'm gonna sit my yellow, you know what, down. These lights back on." And that was the concert, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
wow.
Bar stations across the street, you know, around the corner. Went to the bar. Still had a great time. Don't get it twisted, bro. Had a great time. But also because he wasn't that high up, this was the best part of the night. Too Short, to me, introduced the Dope Fiend beat. That's the intro. Funky Fresh from Oakland, California. Dangerous. Oh my goodness, bro. Pandemonium. I mean, whatever adjective you want to use for a hype moment.
Yeah.
Because we already know Ricky Tales is gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh my
man. When you put that song on right now, when I put that song on right now, and I'm taking my son to baseball, going to pick him up from baseball practice or whatever, and I said, let me play this before he get in the car. It said dangerous music from Oakland, California. Man, I live in California, but I don't live in the town. I don't live in the Bay. But you can't tell me I'm not in the Bay when I put that song on.
Oh, it takes you there.
Yeah.
What I found out was the next time I saw him in concert, he introduced "Life Is Too Short" in rhymes. I mean, rhymes. No one could do it better. The next time I saw him at, but before he dropped, he introduced those songs. So kind of smooth to, you know what I mean, had that eye on him, and you know, probably dropped tape the next day. You know what I'm saying? It was probably whatever the next day, but. And you know, you wasn't nothing if you had a new Too Short tape. You know what I'm saying?
This one right here. When I put that cassette tape in, them boys on the East Coast said, "Who is that? Who is that?"
Yeah.
I said, it's Todd Shaw. It's Todd Shaw. Too Short. And then they're like, oh, and now the beats is coming through. And now his favorite word is coming out of my truck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But this is the thing about it though. Some say it's simple, you know what I mean? But I think it was genius that he stayed in his lane and you just revealed something. He didn't even need the East Coast to sell as many albums as he was selling. Because I think it was somebody was talking about, I think Puff was talking to Busta Rhymes and a big about this dude is selling a million tapes, 3 albums in a row, and y'all don't know who this dude, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Short just especially for the Bay Area. He is the Bay Area rap sound rather. He is rap sound. The West Coast minimalism, the baseline driven flow, conversational delivery, where he seems like he's just talking, but he stayed in the pocket the whole time. He built his whole lane just off simplicity and
them beats, simplicity and them beats, and talking some real stuff. Whatever he's talking about, you can visualize it, and either you know somebody that's doing it, if you wasn't doing it, and if he was talking about girls, if he was talking about the dope game, if he was talking about the hustle, if he's just talking about smoking dope, whatever it was he was talking about, he didn't get complex with it. He said it's 7. It's a city of dope. It can't be like John the Pope. Yeah. So short to me, he is our poster dude for Bay Area rap, hip hop.
If not, I don't know what the Bay Area was saying. Shout out Calvin T and Magic Mike and
real talk. I mean, my favorite Bay Area rapper is Richie Rich.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
That's my favorite one.
For sure. I can see that. And for you to be on the East Coast and still be up on him, that says a lot.
Yeah, because he sound like somebody I would hang with. You know what I mean? When I roll with the people I keep, I say I usually roll by myself. So if you're gonna get in my car, I really got to know you. I got to feel you. So if I'm playing you in my car, you are rolling with me because I'm gonna let you talk to me. I got a 45-minute ride. I got an hour ride. I'm letting my partner talk to me. That's who I'm gonna put in. And so if all these years T.I. is still in there, all these years Scarface is still in there, all these years Richie Rich is still in there, Cube is still in there. You know, I want to hear what you said on your last message, so I go listen to your album from '88 or '90 or whatever. So I'm still listening to you. It's if I'm listening to you, I say, oh, this is pretty good. And now I come back to you 3 or 4 years later, I'm like, do I still want to roll with this dude? You know what I'm saying? Am I still feeling this dude? You feel what I'm saying? Jeezy or somebody like that. Let me see who I'm rolling with. And in the Bay, when you put in short, it's like seeing an old friend. It's like listening to an old friend. I said, what's up, man? What you been up to? Oh, talk about that stuff you talked about in '88. Say that story again. Let me hear it again.
To all you. But, man, shout out Short for doing what he did, and shout out Rich too. Rich been in his own lane for quite some time too. I love to get him on the show as well.
He got his own. Rich got his own. Rich just like Short. He got his own thing. And I can shout out the Loonies. I can shout out what's them boys? Bad Influence. You know, it's more than a few out there. But if we going with the number ones, them boys are number ones.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, for number 5, man. And first of all, let me pause for the calls, man. Like I said, I would love to have Rich on the show.
Yeah.
If you like these stories we're telling, if you love digging, going back in the time and talking about and ranking these albums, make sure do like my guy said, to like, to comment, to subscribe. Definitely, you know. And they got a new one now. They got a new one. Hype the video. You can hype a video.
Hype me up. Yeah.
What it do, but I want to see what the hype button do. So, you know, go ahead and tap in. But number 5 for me, man, is Boogie Down Productions. By all means necessary. Like you said, KRS-One is in full teacher mode. True, but I love it. On this album, he was direct. He was intentional. He was message driven, and he had something to say. And with My Philosophy, also a song in my top 5.
My philosophy, dope.
His clarity, the way he ride that beat, and it's still relevant to this day. It's not that shit, nothing like that. It's just a powerful joint. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, what number was that? What number was that for you?
For me, that was number 5. And what was it for you?
Public Enemy.
No. Oh no. Where's BDP ranked at? I can't believe.
No. Remember, I had BDP. It was lower than your. I forget where I had them. BDP. I forgot where I had them.
This is my number 5, man.
Number 5. I forgot what I had BDP at, because look, I'm scratching stuff off, man. I got PE is my number 5.
You had BDP at number 12.
Number 12. Okay, so Public Enemy is my number 5.
I'm acting like I didn't even hear that, man. Because this is what I want to know right now. This is what I want to know. Where is EPMD at? I got EPMD Strictly Business at number 4.
Me too.
Okay.
EPMD is at number 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We need to list side by side. Yeah. So I got PE at number 5 and then EPMD at number 4.
And the first time, shout out Quentin Davis. You know, rest in peace to Quentin. Mm-hmm. He was the first one that had that album. And Strictly, he said, "Don't listen to the beat, just listen to the lyrics." I'm like, good.
Strictly Business?
I don't like this beat. I was like, all right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to the lyrics. Same thing when I'm housing. I didn't know nothing about Aretha Franklin at that time. And I'm listening to the lyrics. Okay. Ain't like a horse in the stable. Brother guy, okay, this is raw, though. The beat, all right. And then the next song is, it's not the bandwagon. And what's the next? That whole album was tight.
The whole thing. Hey, man. Now, I did the opposite. I listened to the beats first.
Yeah, but the beats wouldn't hold you. That's the thing.
The beats held me.
Because you were familiar. You're more familiar with them.
I'm more familiar with the East Coast, yeah. So when I heard EPMD, because to me, they sounded like Rakim at first, because nobody else had that slow flow. Rakim had his own. He had his own lane. So now when these guys came, I didn't think that they was him, but I thought I said, hey, they kind of he's rapping like him. And I said, oh, it's two of them.
And it's two of them, right? Because they sound like the same. You didn't know
they sound the same. They sound the same.
That's true.
And so yes, so when I heard them, I said, let me go get this album and let me see. So you got Strictly Business, then you got Housing. Let the funk flow. You got to, you got to chill. It's my thing.
It's my thing. It's my favorite rap.
It's my thing. You a customer? That's still here. The Steve Martin.
Stop right there. No, because my homegirl from elementary school inboxed me a song. Let me ask you this: out of these, which one was better? Because this was a brand new thing back then.
Okay.
Pee Wee Herman or the Steve Martin? Which one was the better dance? Which one was the better song for the dance?
It's on everything, on both. It was Pee Wee, man.
It was Pee Wee.
It was Pee Wee, man.
It's Steve Martin.
Because Steve, now Pee Wee had an impact because everybody know who Pee Wee was. Everybody might not know who Steve Martin was, but everybody know who Pee Wee was, man. So right now, just hearing Pee Wee's beat in my head, it's gonna trump the Steve Martin.
When I hear Pee Wee, you know what I hear?
Huh.
I won't deny it.
well, that came way after.
I trying to blow down spot up, but I'm just saying. First time I heard it,
it came, but that one came. I mean, and that's so raw. But that came it came after. So when the Pee Wee came on, I'm in the club at the time, and so if everybody's sitting down and you put on Pee Wee, they get up. It's like the show. If everybody's sitting down, they're getting up. You're looking around to see if I want somebody here gonna dance with me. You know what I mean? When you hear the Pee Wee, now for the Steve Martin, you could be walking by yourself. Back at that time, you could be walking around with a 40-ounce or a bottle. You would dance by yourself on the Steve Martin. Get him, Steve. Get him, Steve. Get him. It's just like that.
And then get off the bandwagon. It was a Hardy Boy history was trying to solve. Can't understand why they got involved.
Come on, man. This whole thing. I mean, I can see why it's that's number four. That's number 4 for me. Now we skipped over PE.
No, we not talking about PE yet.
Okay. Well, because PE is my number 5.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, no, don't mean.
Okay. So EPMD. Okay, so EPMD. I'm looking at their style. I'm listening to the song. They wearing fisherman hats. Was that fisherman hats? Yeah. Jean suits. You know what I mean? Smooth brothers, and their flow was smooth. They wasn't dancing. This kind of doing their thing, which led to this. Get to later on to why Wu-Tang formed together, because they had their squad. They got their squad together. Was that the Hit Squad? Was that called Hit Squad? The Bomb Squad. His squad. And so you got Redman, you got K Solo, you got DOS Effects, and I know you don't like none of these guys. And then you got EPMD. That was a formidable crew. That was a formidable crew. If you seen them stand on the other side of the line of scrimmage, you call them time out before you come up there and make sure you got your boys. Make sure you got your squad together to go against them boys.
Okay, and I don't want nobody to judge me, but understand that's the crew that he just named. I had a dangerous crew with Spice One, and MC Pooh, and Goldie, Hassani.
Okay.
Jordan,
now, I'm saying, and that is a dangerous crew. That's a raw ass crew that you just gave. However, nationally, we didn't know about the dangerous crew. Dangerous crew wasn't known about nationally. This crew here was known nationally because they had the videos out there.
Well, I'm gonna say what I said before. It's like Short didn't need the East Coast.
Hey, and I'm taking nothing away from that crew. The dangerous crew, raw.
So with that being said, Slick Rick got to be your number 2, right?
Hey man,
Huh?
Hey, man.
Where's Slick Rick on your list, man?
I had to give Slick Rick. I got a 1A and a 1B.
Okay.
I got because
that's fair.
Yeah, because man, I don't think Slick Rick get enough. Because to me, this was a ridiculous album. In a good way. Bad meaning bad, not bad meaning good. This was a ridiculous album. And one of my favorite joints on here. Now Slick Rick produced most of the songs on here. The Bomb Squad produced some songs on here too. But my favorite song on here wasn't produced by either one of them. My favorite song on here was produced by Jam Master Jay.
Hold on. If it's I bet Let's Get Crazy? No.
No.
Hold on. Produced by Jam Master Jay, because I've never heard this before.
Yeah.
What song on that sound like it ain't Mona Lisa?
No.
Is it Lick the Ball?
He don't want to say it.
Just go ahead and tell me this. What song is it?
This was this was
groundbreaking. This is groundbreaking news right here. I've never heard this before. I didn't know.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Okay, got Teacher. As we go through here, Teacher was a filler song. Teacher's my favorite, one of my favorite songs on here. I would say probably my second favorite. It's probably my second favorite song on here. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about. They said, Teacher, tell me how you do it. At that time, I had the best lowrider. To me, and the guys just come up to me and say, "Hey man, so how'd you? So I was like, hey man, so
how with that one?
Yes. So I was like, nah. What about Teenage Love?
Is that produced by Jam Master?
No.
That was what it was. You get what I'm saying? And that's what all the joints that I play at reunion parties. And get a slow dance out of it.
Yeah. Okay. So, hold on a second.
I'm trying to see which one is produced by Jam Master though.
It's going.
It ain't Children's Story. I know it ain't that. That's not. Now that you mentioned it, because I didn't even thought about who did the production. Children's Story is probably Bomb Squad.
The one produced by Grandmaster Jam Master Jay is the second one on. It's called The Rule Is Back.
And that's a joint right there.
Listen to them horns and stuff all them horns and stuff that's Jay. That's Jay.
That's one of my favorite songs on the album, bro.
Dude.
He talking his talk on that song, bro.
Yes, he is. And then, but the last half, I would say the last half of the song, at least the last third of the song, a minimum, Jay is just on the beat. And man, when I can do that over and over.
You talking about the instrumental on the way out? Yeah.
Yes. And so one day I was like, man, let me say, because I was like, okay, Slick Rick produced that one. Okay, Bomb Squad produced that. Oh, Slick Rick, that's Slick Rick. So who did this one? Jam Master Jay? I was like, oh snap! It hit different when you know it's Jay, man. It hit different. Them horns at the end.
Yeah, he was crazy on them horns at the end. It's probably programmed, but it doesn't matter.
Don't matter.
Even Jay-Z, the great Jay-Z, remade it. But I'm sorry, Jay, it's not as good as Slick's though. It ain't
as good as Slick.
Jay's probably hit for that moment too, for him to come back to his thing, but Slick though, oh my goodness.
Hey, man, even when Jay said "Hustlers," that still living. When he on Kanye's joint, when Method Man said, "Hey kids, man, still yeah high." Everybody's taking from. I would say everybody, but a lot of people take from Slick Rick. You know what I'm saying? And then Rick was gone for so long, but they kept his memory. It's kept his memory in there. And I got to see Slick Rick. Where did I see him? Oh, at the Rock the Bells tour. You feel what I'm saying?
What was it?
Huh?
Oh, you talking about recently?
Recently, yeah. This Rock the Bells to what, 2 years, 3 years ago, somewhere in San Francisco, and it was a surprise because my wife took me, and I did not know who was going to be there except for LL. I didn't know who she. So everybody who came out was a surprise to me because I on purpose I didn't want to know who was going to be there. And then when they went to different cities, different people would show up that was from around the town. So when when they said next to the stage is. It was always a surprise to me, except for when LL came out because it was his tour. When Slick Rick came out there and Dougie Fresh came out there, I was like, and they came out separately and they did things. I was like, oh snap! And he had on All That Gold and he was doing them songs. I said, oh my god! I would say the most hype one. I got probably the most hype probably on E40 because E40 was there. E40 showed up and I would expect. Amen. Ice-T was there. Because there's a Cali. Salt and Pepper was there. Who else is there? The Roots played the live music through the whole thing, and Black Thought was helping everybody rap. So he had to know everybody's song. I was most impressed with that. And I know you don't. It's an East Coast thing, but get on them roots, man. Get on them roots and listen to Black Thought.
I put him on top of the list as one of the best rappers, especially
he's conscious. He's conscious, but I would say you got the first conscious rap I heard was probably like BDP, and then probably PE. Yeah, PE after that. My brother turned me on to PE because he would pull up and he had a low ride truck and he'd pull up and we heard that the horns. From my part, it was like, what is that he's playing in his truck? Because we didn't know. We know. And he said, oh, it's PE, it's Public Enemy. He was like, well, who is that? That was our introduction. Cause we just heard though when he came up pulling, he had a red, black, and green flag painted on the back of his truck and came up playing PE, and that was my introduction to Black Power. So
you say you heard the horns? Is that Rebel Without a Pause?
For the Bomb Squad. For half that album, it was a lot of horns in that album. It was a lot of. Yeah. It sounded like the first time I heard it, it sounded like BS to me. I said, "Man, what's this?" Then when I started listening to it, I said, "Oh, okay."
Well, they crafted their music, bro.
Yes, they did. Yes, he did. When I heard when he said, "I got a letter from the government the other day," now that made me. Now I could stomach that beat at that time. And I seen Cube walking in the video, so now I'm listening to more songs. Now I'm listening to She Watched Channel Zero, and Farrakhan is a prophet. I think you ought to listen to. Now I'm like, well, who's Farrakhan? You know what I mean? So they got me asking questions.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna pause you again, man.
Okay.
I'll pause you again because this. Let me tell you about a concert I went to in '88. I already told you about. No, this ain't the same concert.
Okay.
I saw Short twice.
Who?
I saw Short twice in '88.
Okay.
Second time I saw Short, he stepped his stage game up.
Okay.
When it was time for him to come out, now I'm fast forwarding so I can rewind, but
yeah.
Out this time, it was a black drape that was up there, and behind the drape, it was a bright light, and all you could see was his silhouette, was him standing up there like this.
Dope.
With the hat, with the Godfather hat on, and the drums from City of Dope.
Oh.
Clapping. And homage to the town. Mind you, they gave him the top slot. They gave him next to the top slot because he's at home.
Okay, who's the top?
Dude, he stood there at least 90 seconds with just the drums from City of Dope. Boom, 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 boom. And he just stood there behind the curtain. You can't see his face, but you know who he is because of the song.
I feel you. To me, when you said that, I wasn't there. But when you said that, what I saw was the PE logo.
Yeah, almost that. It was almost
what you describing. That's what I seen, and that PE logo is who is that? That's Chuck and Flav. No, the actual guy for that one.
I forgot who it was.
That's E-Love. That's E-Love. That's E-Love. That's E-Love. So when you said that, that's what I saw when you described that. Yeah.
Rest in peace to E-Love. He passed away earlier.
Early this year. Yep. Yeah. E-Love.
In concert though, that night, This is like the third or fourth concert we done went to now. Me and my cousin. I don't think you ever met my cousin. He's 1 year younger than me. But
I don't think so.
And we were raised like brothers, so
okay,
we were always together.
Yeah.
And without the other one.
Okay.
So we figured it out. We at the Coliseum early.
Okay.
We there. We like 4 people back from the stage. First, I was De La Soul.
Okay.
We can see the boogers in their nose. That's how close. They finished, right? They did their 3 or 4 songs because the album went out. They did their 3 or 4 songs. That was that. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to be this close.
Yeah.
They started. The stage is dark, and they start decorating. And what you can see is yellow tape going up.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Like police tape.
So you know who's finna come out next.
N.W.A.
This is 1988.
Okay.
Shows you where they were on the totem pole, on the food chain.
Oh, okay.
Come out. Here come the fights, bro. It was like, that's why I say this is the most impactful album of that year. We went, before N.W.A. ever took the stage. You ever seen them in concert?
Yeah, well, I didn't see that. I saw Cube and the Lynch Mob in concert.
Let me tell you what was dope about them in concert. So look, before they ever even came out, though, we went from 4 people back looking at the boogers in the nose.
Yeah.
To up in the stands now, the flow of the crowd from all the fights that was going on. I'm talking about fools getting stomped out and all kind of stuff. And I know some of the people that's fighting. We was up now higher. One time the circle broke out. I see Larry Dorton fly through there, punching somebody. First thing, shaking his curl, going through the crowd. It's active. It's motion in the ocean, like for real. They is throwing down up in there, bro.
Wow.
I don't know who they was fighting for, some cats from Oakland. I don't know who they was fighting against, though, but it was going down.
It's going down.
That is other fights going on, though. So finally, the music starts. The first song that you hear is
Okay.
All you got to do now light is on Dre. He's rapping, right? So Dre just express yourself.
Yeah.
Then Ren comes out, and now they do Compton's in the house.
Okay. Compton's in the house.
Tell her what your name is.
Okay.
Like that. Remember that?
Okay. Yeah.
Why don't you tell her what your name is? Well, for the record, it's Dre, and for the streets.
Yeah.
You know the song I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So they do that. Then they do Compton's in the house.
Okay.
Then they bring out Ice Cube.
Ooh.
Ice Cube comes out, and he does what song did Cube do? Cube came out. It wasn't just Gangsta. It was
Was it from the first album or second?
It's on this album. It's on the Straight Outta Compton album. Maybe it was Gangsta, and then he brought Easy out.
Okay.
Because here's a little gangster short in size. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that. Then it's Straight Outta Compton and F the Police. And if I tell you they was lit at that concert,
ridiculous,
bro. And then of course Easy had his parts. And then he did some of his songs because his album actually came out before the N.W.A. album came out. Bro, the energy was up.
Oh wow! I didn't remember that his came out first. Okay,
his album came out before N.W.A. album.
Because I look at that like say you got the Chronic, you got Doggy Style, and then you got the Dog Pound thing. To me, it was all one project, and it was just coming out like this. You feel like? Yeah.
Let's make sure. Because I just thought about it. He said gangsta at the top of the list, and I played my own stuff, and it went something like this.
Yeah. Cruising down the street in my seat. 8-Ball had to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's a 4 for me. Sorry.
Yeah.
And Dope Man, yeah.
Oh, I love Dope Man.
Yeah, I did it initially, but
Yeah, after a while, yeah.
Okay, so you might be right. He dropped that in November.
November? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So N.W.A., they dropped Straight Outta Compton.
And then he came out, yeah.
Yeah, so you're right.
And so DLC dropped something in there. So his album came out in '89, but I remember he had something in '88, or he was around because I remember hearing him.
He was on Parental Discretion is Advised.
Parental Discretion advised.
They didn't perform that one that night.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Straight Outta Compton dropped August of '88, and Easy dropped a couple of months later.
Wow. That. Wow.
That was on fire. That lineup, that roll call was on fire, bro. That album, then they had Eazy-E and Michelle A, and then Above the Law, they were doing their thing.
Yeah.
The part where each one of them had their own solo albums. But let me tell you something. On that Straight Outta Compton, Ren got the best 2 songs on there, to me. And he don't say not one curse word on either one of them songs, but
he don't.
A true hip hop fan that love a flow, man, Ren was talking his talk, bro. On them, on Quiet in the Set and If It Ain't Rough.
Yeah, I didn't learn to appreciate Ren for who Ren was until the 3rd album because Q wasn't there. So I got to really listen to him. I was like, ooh, this boy dope. This boy dope. Now Dre did a little bit more rapping on there because now he got to or whatever. But Ren was that dude on number 3.
So as a matter of fact, Ren actually when he came out, he did Quiet on the Set, and I want to say he did If It Ain't Rough. Then they did the
If It Ain't Rough, It Ain't Me.
Actually, however it was, Dre and Ren did their thing, and Ren did his stuff. Then Q came out and then brought Easy out, and so on and so forth. I know he brought Easy out on Gangsta Gangsta. His little gangster short in size, and then that's when he came out. So they had they probably gave us like 12 to 15 songs up.
Oh, that's dope. Now when I saw Cube, I saw Cube in Philadelphia, and it was what Dub C in the Mad Circle at that time, the Lynch Mob.
Yeah.
Cube. Somebody else opened up for them though. Engine number 9. Black Sheep. Black Sheep. Yeah, Black Sheep opened up for them. But when Cube came out, they was beefing at this time. So he had it was the Smoke came out, and then it was Tombstones coming up out the floor. It was Eazy-E, Dre, Dread. Yeah, so he's like, y'all down with N.W.A? Yeah, so now he put on the crowd to say they dead. They're like F up. You know what I'm saying? And so then they went into it. Side note, man. When Cube came out, and I'm in the audience, man. I'm looking at him. I'm like, man, I look like my daddy, because a young Ben Davis and a young O'Shea Jackson look very similar. Man.
Short hair, O'Shea Jackson. I can see that. The beard.
Yeah, and then later on, another side note, I was talking to my uncle, my daddy's brother, after my pops had passed, and I was talking to him, and he said, yeah, Q was down at Daddy's house, which means my grandfather's house, and I said, he was down at my granddaddy had a pig farm. I said, what was Cube doing at the pig? He said, yeah, he down there. He said, well, they was doing something in Louisiana time, and they had a concert, but he came down there. He said, I think we family. I said, if so, I said, when I saw Cube in 1990, and I looked at my daddy, I said, man, they look like they related. And when my uncle came back, he said, I think Cube was part of our family. He said, but by the time I get down there, he was already gone.
Bro, that is crazy.
That's crazy, yeah.
So here's the thing. So what you had at N.W.A, you got at number 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The impact of and I was there when somebody came to me and told me, they said, hey man, there's a song out called Gangsta Gangsta. And at that time, remember you called BT or something, you called 1-800-Compton, and you could hear all about it. So N.W.A said, yeah, call it, we tell you all about Compton. New Edition had a call line. Everybody had call. And so they said, yeah, they got one called, they got a song called Gangsta Gangsta. We tell you about Compton. I said, Gangsta Gangsta. I said, how is it? They said, it's tight. I said, well, let me go get it and see. Because it was at the store already. I didn't know it was released. I went, picked up that cassette tape and put it in. I didn't take it out. I said, oh my gosh. That was go wash your car in the morning butter it up.
Right.
Go get something. Yeah, go get something to eat. Go get whatever you're going to partake in for that day. Put it in, and now you're riding the strip and you're riding around. And I didn't have to take that thing out all day.
Yeah.
Now you introduce in Easy Does It. Now I got, oh snap. Now all those other songs, I had all those other albums, Slick Rick. I had all these cassette tapes because we love music. So I had all these things. But if I didn't want to take these out, now I got N.W.A. straight. I got Straight Outta Compton, Easy Does It, and then later on I had to, No One Can Do It Better. Couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah, Ruthless had a heck of a run, bro. They had a
ridiculous run. And at that time, if it wasn't for the Buffalo Bills, the Raiders probably would have been world champions or something like that. but it was that because the Raider closed, the Kings closed, and it was on the East. I was buying Raider stuff on the East Coast. Now you got Fanatics and all this kind of stuff. You go to Foot Lockers and you can go buy. Man, at that time, you walk into a Bay Area store, it's Raiders and 49ers, A's and Giants. That's all. You wasn't even getting the Padres. You might get a maybe. So when I walk into the store on the East Coast, it's Giants, it's Jets, it's Philadelphia, it's Pittsburgh, and the Los Angeles Raiders. I'm like, oh snap! They made it out here. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, give me that. Because now that black and silver is selling because of the rappers. So now you got the Chicago White Sox. They was red, white, and blue. At that time, they changed the silver and black. Yeah. The Los Angeles Kings hockey team was purple and yellow, and when the Raiders stepped on scene, Wayne Gretzky got there, they changed to silver and black.
Hey, I did not know the Kings was purple and yellow. Okay.
It was purple and yellow. Yeah. They changed it. So the race, so Al Davis and his boys was changing it with the hip hop, was changing that landscape. Plus with N.W.A, DOC, Eazy-E, they was changing that landscape. So now I'm seeing, if you have, now I'm a controversial rapper. So now I got to put on, so now I'm seeing P.E., Chuck D. He in the race. Yeah, he got on a Pittsburgh Pirates starter jacket, but he got on a Raider hat. Biggie Smalls got on the Raider Scully. So now if I'm defined, Ice-T took it even further and put the rhymes in. He put his face. He put his face in there with the 2 AKs or something back there. You feel what I'm saying? So that was it was big at that time for me to find West Coast gear on the East Coast was huge, very huge. Yeah.
Well, I got a confession to make.
Something about some Raider clothes.
That's the biggest Raider hater that I know.
Ronnie Lott, what you got?
No, I had the Raider starter Parker, bro. I had to have one.
Hey man, tell me what.
I didn't care for them colors, man. I had the satin starter, the gold satin starter.
Yeah.
At Parker, I think it had black with red letters, and red wasn't my color, so I wasn't too crazy.
Yeah.
So I went this one. Yeah. At
that time. If you had and I know which Parkers you're talking about, those Parkers was dope. I came and got a Parker, and it had the Raider patch in front, and it had Raiders across the back. Until I went to the store the very next week, and it had the Raider patch on the back. Now there's no reason for me to go get it, but I had to have it. had to have it, man. Had to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite jacket of all time. I had 4 of them at one time. I even had a Lakers one.
Lakers.
My favorite was the Yankees, though. The Yankees with the Yankees written in cursive across the back. That was a dope.
That's still classic to this day.
Those right now. Right now. I'd buy another one.
To this day.
And in Miami, I had a Miami Hurricane.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
They was, bro. My boy at the time had the UNLV, so we was rocking, bro. We was rocking. But now,
UNLV was dope at that time too.
Yeah. So with that being said, that N.W.A, it was the most influential album because that's where the culture went. Everything started being like that album, man. The teacher, the pro-black movement went away. Gangsta is dying off now, I think.
Yeah.
But
the gangster's dying off now. Yeah. And off of that, you had a split. Now you had one of the most, what the word I want to say? I want to say controversial, important splits in hip hop history, because now Cube goes this way, Dre goes this way, Easy goes over here, and then you got Red, and the tree, the branch from those roots, what came from that was ridiculous, and maybe that's why I have it so high, because I know what happened after that. Yeah. And Q, when he went and made what was that? Wasn't it not Death Certificate? It was his first album, not Killer Whale.
America's Most.
America's Most. Yeah, America's Most. When that album came out, I put it in, and I was like, let me see what he's talking about, because he's not with them boys no more. Let me see if he's still. I said, ooh wee.
First song.
First song.
Walk for the Fist on very first song. That's one of my favorite rap songs.
Yeah. And then here comes the Lynch Mob. Okay. Then here comes Yo-Yo. So I'm like, ooh wee. Ooh wee. Now N.W.A was still together at that time, so they still make Niggas for Life, I think. But then that's one of the best intros to a song. Song 1A and 1B back to back was to me, where they got the hooker in the car. They said it's called the Killer Hooker. And at the end, Dre said, they go some over there, blow the motherfucking horn, and he goes, did I was like, ah.
But you mentioned Yo-Yo. Did they kill Yo-Yo on that song, though?
No, it was Adele. It was the comedian. You
sound like Yo-Yo.
No, it was is her name Adele? You know what I'm talking about?
Let me go.
Yeah. If you ain't got no money, I'm gonna keep a black ass walking. Now what you talking about? Yeah, that was that girl from Showtime, not Showtime, but with Martin. With Martin and.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. So that was her. That was her on that.
Players Club for the younger people. Yeah.
I
could see that. That probably she sounded like Yo-Yo though. I say, man, is they killing Yo-Yo? That's but
no. Because that's funny.
Well, we're gonna save that one for 1991 because that definitely was a huge album at that time. But
real talk.
My number one, bro. I'm sorry, man.
Well, you got. Don't apologize. Just give it to me.
No, I mean I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Not only is this song number one on my list, this album number one on my list, this might be the number one rap album of all time, man. I can't believe that you didn't have It Takes a Nation of Millions to hold us back in higher esteem, bro.
Well, I tell you what, if I had been a more conscious brother, it would have been number one. Because after that, you got the Lynch Mob came with a of the Gorillas in the Mist, and that Gorillas in the Mist album, right where I was at that time in my life, that little running truck I keep talking about, it got wrecked. It needed to be wrecked because my life was a wreck. You know what I'm saying? And so when that thing got wrecked, I went back to the East Coast. I was living on the East Coast, and somebody told me, they said, hey man, why don't you come down to the mosque? And I said, what's a mosque? You see what I'm saying? I didn't know. And so then I got introduced to Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan. And then at that time, the Lynch Mob had put out Gorillas in the Mist, and and it was putting out these songs of conscious songs. And then here come Q with Death Certificate. Man, I was right there with him. And so that elevated my consciousness at that time. Now, going backwards, PE was already talking about that, but I was too much into the gangster, trying to play gangster lifestyle or role or whatever it was. I was gravitating more towards that, and so I wasn't in that. Listening to it, going back listening to it, I was like, man, they was teaching back at the time. I wasn't listening for the words. I was just listening to the beat and whatnot. But I was still anti the system, but not pro me.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You talked about the production earlier. They had that layered noise, but it was all intentional though. And then Chuck D, he knew how to stand on top of all of that though. His voice was it was militant. He just, and they sampling was just pushing all kind of boundaries, bro. Because even the first song on there, it's not even a song. It's like an announcer at the concert. London. Yes, London. Step. That was warm, right?
Yes, Step.
Got two black Bro, they Bring the Noise. Then Don't Believe the Hype, which was a big song for them, but wasn't my favorite song, but I listened to it.
Yeah.
Hey, something. The next song, and I'm not even looking at the playlist. I'm coming out the door. Yeah. The next song, Cold Leopard with Flavor. Flavor was saying nothing and something, and it was dope at the same time.
He wasn't saying nothing and something at the same time. He was so impactful because you should say he's a court jester or he's the clown of the crew, whatever. But how many clocks you see us rocking out there?
They was rocking them.
I had one.
We got Magnum Brown, Sushi Paluski. You can put that in your Don't Know What You Said book. Dude, look. Like, what?
What did he say? Man, one of my favorite songs on that album is She Watched Channel Zero.
She did it earlier. And it was dope, because that's what they was watching in the daytime, though. Because
when they explained it, I said, oh my God. So when I walked in on my girlfriend, and she's watching the story, I said, you watching Channel Zero. She know what I was talking about. I said, yeah. You blind, baby. You blind to the facts. Yeah.
Then you had Terminator X to the Edge of Panic, where that was an alternate DJ, but it was good, though. Terminator X did his thing on that.
Yes, he did.
He had a song called Mind Terrace, was another great song. Bomb, I was so juiced to hear that on the radio. It's from the bottom of hell, because the black is back and it's bound to sell. Picture put out on the 4th of July, and if you heard we was celebrating, that's a worldwide
lie.
You know how bold it was? It didn't go crazy, but this is one song that I love. Probably it's one of my favorite songs on the album. It's called Caught, Can We Get a Witness? Are you familiar with that one?
How go?
Caught. Now in court, because I stole a beat. This is a sampling sport.
Yes.
The new name.
Oh, yeah. How you gonna copyright a beat? Yeah.
That was when it's talking about sampling and how can we got caught, can we get a witness? Like, how could y'all sampling music? That
was a genius song.
Bruh, I got the S1s. Roof, are you ready? S1 step. And in that concert, back to the concert. N.W.A. was there that night. Slick Rick was there.
Okay.
Slick killed it.
Yeah.
Eric B. and Rakim was there. They did all the songs on Paid in Full. They did a couple songs off the new album.
Okay.
Magic Trick with a chair, like they rolled his chair out and they around and then they roll back and they roll out again. They turn it around, it's empty. They roll back, turn it around, and Rakim was sitting in the chair. It's like, what the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They did that. Run-DMC performed that night. That's the night where Jam Master Jay came down on risers. They started off with DJs and MCs coming, the one and only. So he's coming down, and it's got a thing that's spinning around. Like, remember how we used to do when we used to have the wool and put it on a hanger when you didn't have real fireworks? You like that?
Yeah.
And that was doing that at the bottom of the thing as it was coming down. Dude, that might have been that's too early. So it wasn't the year with Jam. No, that was 89. We'll talk about 89. I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But Run DMC, still the best I've ever seen in concert. But they gave them a run for their money that night, though.
Is that right? Hey, man, Public Enemy stage show is probably one of the best stage show for rappers.
With the S1W standing on top of the tower things, whatever they was on with the crowd. And they Dude, they was something.
And if since it's a military-ish, and they all in cadence and they all moving like the military, Nation of Islam, whatever. You in awe of the drill show.
All kind of stuff to the beat though.
Yeah,
with it. And then you had Channel Zero, which of course they didn't perform it in concert, but they did perform Night of the Living Bitch Hates, which I didn't realize that was that big of a song. And then they had a real message with that.
Yes, they did.
In the Hour of Chaos, I didn't know what it was about that music. And they made it their own, though, to whereas when DJ Quick came back with it on Born and Raised in Compton, and even tripped, it was the same sample.
Well, when on the East Coast, when they was talking about it, we understood that they were trying to teach a message. They were saying, hey, Daddy-O told me, that he stripped the Jeep to fill the pipe. He was talking about Curtis Blow had sold. He was on that pipe so tough that he sold. Curtis Blow. He stripped the Jeep to fill the pipe. He used to be the kid on the mic. He sold it. They was talking about him. Now being on the East Coast, that was our class. They said, "Yo, we teach you don't be like this fella right here because he had this and all this." He said, "Go back and listen to that song. That's about Curtis."
I didn't know who they were talking about. My man Daddy Yo once said to me, he know our brother stayed all day in his Jeep, and that night he went to sleep, and in the morning all he had was sneakers on his feet.
On his feet, yeah.
And rocked the mic. He only stripped the Jeep to fill
the pipe.
I had no idea who they were talking about on there, bro. That is, and I think Curtis do have a history. I think it is a known history that he was out.
Yeah.
Bro, that one, man.
That sounds like another. That's like another podcast, man. Because Curtis Blow, when I got that album, when they're playing basketball and all that, oh my god.
That on there, yeah.
Yeah.
But then Show Up What You Got was just a break beat. But Jay-Z took that and turned it into something.
Didn't he?
And then another breakbeat, Security of the First World, which is a song for the S1Ws, where they just had their moment on stage where they just was just stepping to the beat.
Doing their thing, yeah.
Turn around and flip that into a song. I don't know
I remember.
They was the what you call was doing it. The Bomb Squad was so raw with their stuff.
Bomb Squad.
He right producers. Okay, I ain't got the best on the West Coast, but he went to the best on the East Coast, and we didn't even know that they were like that, but they were like that.
And it wasn't when I heard the production, when I heard Q's voice, it's Q's voice, so I'm in there. So now I'm listening to some stuff. I was like, this don't sound like. I didn't know that they had broke up. I didn't know that they had split, and so I was like, but this don't sound like a Dre beat, but I'm digging it. Now when I'm listening to everything that's going on, I'm like, let me open this cassette and read, and I said, Bomb Squad.
Ain't Shockley.
Yeah. So now I'm like, oh, okay. And so now, N.W.A. comes out, and now because it wasn't Instagram, it wasn't, I wasn't on MySpace or Facebook, whatever was going on at that time. So now I don't know that Ice Cube came to the East to get producers. I don't know, but guess what?
Later, we didn't know.
But it was raw.
But remember, he did show up on Kane, Burn Hollywood Burn before he actually did his album, though.
I remember that.
He had his cassette single with Once Upon a Time in the Projects, and America's Most Wanted was on there, but America's Most wasn't a song that was just like, oh, Cube is still Cube. Like, different. It just wasn't.
Right. It didn't say, even on Hollywood Burn, to see when I see what on the video was Ice-T. I think Ice-T was on that video. Was Ice-T on that video?
And he probably was in the video, but the song was Big Daddy Kane, Chuck D.
I think Ice-T was in the video, but not rapping on video. So now to me, this is a collaboration. I'm seeing two brothers that I respect. And I said, to me it was like what was that movie Ice-T and Ice Cube was in together, man?
Ricochet.
Was it Ricochet? I forget if that's it. Huh?
Higher Learning?
No. It was Ice-T, they had to go get Ice-T's brother back from somewhere. He had and they was holding him hostage, and them boys had to go in there and get him. I forget the name of that movie, but you didn't see rappers together or collaborating at that time. So when I saw them both in the video, I was like, oh snap! Even on America's Most, and you get to where Chuck D and Ice Cube was together, and Chuck D had the hardest verse.
He killed it.
He killed that. When it was me, my brother Patrick, shout out to EPMD, and my cousin Walt.
Yeah.
When that song was playing, and when Chuck D came on, we was headed to my uncle's house in Hercules. He was going from Richmond to Hercules. When Chuck D came on, we pulled over. It was like, oh my God, what did he just say? Because Chuck D.
We flex, then break next. Yeah, he said something too.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, bro. But I talked about that with Al Capone. I don't know if you saw the Totally Insane video.
I did. I saw the whole thing.
When they did that with RBL Posse, because Totally Insane was around, they was doing their thing, and then RBL came out. And RBL caught traction, so they were big. But to have Totally Insane on an RBL album, that was and that was too. You get what I'm saying? For Chuck and KRS to come on to Kumo D album. Remember on Rise?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my favorite. Kumo D, hands down. And
Yeah.
on that one. And then you had Cube and Chuck on that. You had Chuck on Cube's song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was up, bro. That
I wasn't up on the collaborations at that time because they just wasn't features about that, or it wasn't a lot of them. So when I saw it, to me, it was big. It was like having a special guest star on Good Times or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I saw somebody on. Did you see such and so last night? Such and so was on there. Yeah. Same thing with the albums. So I said, oh man, he was on that track, man. That's good. That's good. They collab.
The labels were blocking it because they felt like they wouldn't get paid. If my artist feature on your artist's album, how are we going to get paid?
Oh,
realize if my artist features on your album, now we get a taste of your client base.
Okay. Or more. Okay. So let's back that up then. So I would say Run DMC and with the Walk This Way with Aerosmith.
It worked.
And remember, I told you, the Caucasians came over to us, came to the middle, and we came to the middle and was on the dance floor together. And now instead of being beefing about you playing this too loud or you playing that too loud, now we both in the middle saying, you all right? You know? Yeah.
What? With all that being said, we didn't agree on everything. Because you had PE at where? Where's PE at on your list? 6? PE was
5. 1, 2, 3, 4. PE was 5.
Yeah, well,
PE was 5. But I mean that. But I got. You look at my first 3. It's gonna be short. I mean, it's gonna be West Coast. Slick Rick is something else. Slick Rick is because, mind you, we get one album and then he gone. He locked up for shooting somebody, for his cousin. So we only get one album from him, and then we start for him. Of course, we got the show and all that. Them was like teasers. Them was the appetizers. Them was the hors d'oeuvres. Now he come with the main meal, and now they take that meal away. I would say the same thing with Biggie. Too. But we got a second album from Biggie, and we got some other stuff from Biggie from that. You know what I'm saying? But
they had 2 or 3 more albums, but they just wasn't all that.
Right. Well, and I'm saying with Slick Rick, he had nothing on deck that they could put out 2 years later or 3 years later. We just had that one, and it's still 40 years later. It's still dope.
Best of all time, though.
Huh?
Def Jam, I would have to say, was the crew of the year that year because they were doing their thing with that album. They just came off the Beastie Boys album and the first album. Then they had that album. They had Slick Rick, and to me, I mean, you got that. I would have to say that might be another show, but as far as labels, they might be number one because look what they did. Look, L's still there. Yeah, L's still there. Yeah. Well, the bottom line is this pod, bro. It's basically a conversation starter because, you know. Yeah. A bit of opinion, but you know, it's all good. Yeah. Albums, man. We have some great debates going on up in there. You know what I'm saying? This should be like we at the barbershop. It's like they're not going to agree at the barbershop, and who's ever making their point in that barbershop, whether it's a political point, whether it's about sports, about music, or whatever, they're going to have something to back up their vibration, their feeling, that they're free. How come I'm letting you know why I feel like this? And if you're listening, you like say, okay, I see that, I feel that, I can see it from that angle. I was looking at it from that angle, but I can agree or appreciate where you come from because it's not just off the top. It's passion involved in it. Well, I don't know if you saw this interview before, but and I agree with him. Even though one of them is not my favorite album. I don't think as highly as he did. Okay. But the question was posed: if you had somebody who's never heard hip hop before, what's 2 albums that you would have to listen to? 2 albums. Yeah. What 2 albums would you have to listen to? I mean, if you want to answer the question, that's fine. But I'm gonna tell you. I'll answer. I don't have a list. I don't have a list in front of me, and I don't have I forgot about. But what comes to mind? The first person that comes to mind, if it would be Tupac. Or what album though? Me Against the World? That's tough.
Ooh.
You want him to hear Tupac. You want him to be locked in on hip hop.
Well, if I say "Me Against the World," the first song, they say "Pussy and Power." I don't want to start with that. That's not where I wanted to start. But I would probably give them number 2 because you got "Keep Your Head Up" there. You feel you got to keep your head up on there, but you got some other things on there. So I would have to think about that. But I'm going to say Tupac will be the artist that I would have them listen to.
It is what it is. But what's your second album? I'm gonna tell you what this guy said. What's your second?
Okay. I don't have a second one right now because it's so much out there. I would have to really think
it over. Well,
yeah.
It took about 5 or 6 minutes in that video, and maybe I could tag it at the end of this. I don't know, but this dude said when he boiled it all down to, he could have said an album of his own.
Yeah.
So he said, it go all through it. It'd be The Chronic by Dr. Dre. Which blows your theory out of water because it started off Mr. Buster, where you at? You know? That blows that out of water, you know what I'm saying? So I guess you could play that Tupac joint to hear. And the second one was Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. He said if it was
okay, I'll give you this because I actually have this album in my phone. I would give them the Chronic instrumental. Because sonically, that thing is in 2001. Really, those production-wise, sonically, they're masterpieces.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I have a group. Have you ever heard of the album's called Unwrapped?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I play Unwrapped for my family, for my children when my children were young, because I still want to hear the hip hop beats, but I didn't want them to hear the words that was coming out of it. So I was able to hear just some instrumentals. So as looking for instrumentals, I was looking for the formula by the DLC in the instrumental, and by looking for the formula, I found the Chronic. I found 2001 instrumental.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And then I went backwards and I found the Chronic, but to 2001, I would say that would be the one album I would have to listen to just sonically.
Let me fact check something real fast.
Okay.
And let me tell you, while I'm doing this, guess who that artist was who came up with those 2 albums? KRS-One.
Oh wow. So that's some weight behind there. That's some weight behind there. So which 2 albums did he say?
The Chronic and It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. He said that would be. That's who.
Hey man, I don't know for myself. I don't know if because that album would scare the lighter breed if this is the introduction to hip hop. Because just the way it come on, just the way, and then you got Farrakhan on there. You got what sounds like Sister Soldier or something. You got some strong ones on there, and that might scare away some folks. I appreciate KRS-One is he's a dope teacher. He's a dope teacher. I mean, could get him behind the mic. You take the music off and just listen to him speak. I'm staying there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So remember that assignment was you want to introduce somebody to hip hop and let show what hip hop was, and those are the albums. Now, you know who was instrumental with that Unwrapped series you was talking about? Jazzy Jeff.
Is that right?
That's his Incognito days.
Okay. I did not know that.
He was instrumental in bringing Jill Scott to discovering her.
Okay. I know that.
Why, when Will was doing his thing, Jeff, that's the kind of stuff Jeff was working on. He was in the background though, you know, he wasn't yes or nothing like that. Jill
I didn't know that.
Talks about when she was discovered by him, Jill Scott's only problem was she was released with Alicia Keys. Alicia took the spotlight from Jill, from Sunshine Anderson, Blue Comprel, N.W.A. Wright, Selena Johnson, who I loved. I loved her album.
Yeah.
And one more, Blue Comprel, Selena Johnson. There's one more. Oh, Olivia. She ended up signing with 50 Cent a couple of years later.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right at the same time, but Alicia took the big piece of the pie, though.
Now, when they came out, and there were women who were playing Alicia over and over and over and over, and I was listening to it, and I was like, oh, yeah, she dope. But it was something about Jill Scott that made me play Jill Scott by herself. I had a 3 CD changer at that time. It was Jill Scott, it was Erykah Badu, and it was somebody else that I had in there that I can't think of right now. But they gave a certain vibe that says, I'm here, but I'm reaching back to get the ancestors with me. Look at the way I'm dressed. Listen to my message. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. My favorite Jill Scott song is "This the Way."
That's it.
It's just the way. My favorite line on that song, she ain't even saying nothing. She said, If you had a woman and she ever said that to you, hey man, that's enough. She ain't said nothing, but she said it all.
Why she single, bro, or why she be single, or what? I don't know. I don't understand it, but
hey, I think I know. Strength. You would for you to be the woman of the mate of Erykah Badu, for you to be the mate of Jill Scott, probably if you were the mate of I can't think of somebody else right now that I'm giving that status to, but no
Rage,
no, let me take it out of music. Being the spouse of Felicia Rashad, being the spouse of Angela Bassett.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to come with a certain type of energy, right, for that woman to, ladies, quote unquote, submit to be. And I'm what I'm saying is, that's a strong woman you got right there. That's a knowledgeable woman. That's walking grace.
Violetta Wallace. What's her name? That played. Her. She's
yeah.
Felicia Rashad, though. Don't say nothing bad about Felicia, bro.
No. What? No, never. Hey, man. That to me, those women that I just mentioned, Coretta Scott King, they are insane. They have a certain grace about them. They have an aura about them. Lena Horne. These women are going to transition beautiful because of the beautiful spirit. I was just talking about that the other day. If you see a woman and she's beautiful, she's in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and she's still beautiful, that means that's who she is on the inside. You feel what I'm saying? If you see that lady and she all crabbed up, she all mad, she said, "Oh, she been mad for a while." To me, if I look at, if you listen to it, if I see, you might have to cut this out. But when I see Jada Pinkett Smith, when I see Willie Gilbert, they look mad. You look mad. So you been that. You just ain't hiding it no more. But it's coming out. It's coming out. You said that. But those women that I talked about before, the Jill Scotts and the Badus, they're going to be, because they glow. But it's an energy in them. It's an energy, and it's a God energy. Just put it like that. That they radiate, and they gonna be. It's a draw. It draws you in. So if you're going to be their mate, you got to come with a certain type of energy. You got to whisper about them. You can't go, hey, what's up, lady? What's going on with you? No.
Yeah. That's the type of woman that I strive for. I'm cool on Erykah. I know too much about Erykah. I don't know enough about Erykah and know too much at the same time. I'm cool.
I understand what you're saying. I really understand what you're saying. That's a different kind of energy. I look at it like this, family. As far and for a good brother like yourself. Look at it like this. The woman I want is the woman I have to whisper about. I say, oh man, here she come. That, not like I said, oh man, see her, man. Oh hell, man, let me get. Nah, I want that woman you got to whisper about. That when she come by, you straighten up. You making sure you got to. I'm good. Goes you want to make you nervous, get you outside yourself.
Yeah,
that's the one I want. That's the one. That's the one I want. That's the one I got though.
That's what's up, bro, man. Congratulations to
Thank you.
Man, did you bring an album? Did you have an album that you just mentioned? Just what album would you have added to that list, or did you have one?
No, the albums that the first list we had, I say, hey man, we ain't got enough here. The second list that we had, I said, oh yeah, here we go right here. So we the ones that I want, the only other one that I had in there that I made a mistake on was the DLC, because I thought that was 88, and on Spotify they had him as 88. So the DLC was in on my list right there. And
next year.
Okay, and before we even get there, I'm just gonna let you know the formula is ridiculous. Marvin Gaye. What? No. What? Hey man, my ringtone on my phone is
Inner City Blues. Inner City Blues by Marvin Gaye.
Yeah. That's my ringtone.
I think that we're just putting down, bro. Yeah.
It's dope.
You dope. I can rap over that, but they did that. They did that one. Yeah.
A phenomenal job right there. Yeah.
Well, here it is right here. Here's the bottom line, bro. Album of the year. We didn't agree on it, man. You know, I said it takes a nation of millions. You said,
and that's a dope pick. That's a dope pick. When I pick that album, when I pick my album, it's when I put it in that day, and if I put it in today, how does it make me feel? And if I get the same energy that I got from 88, and N.W.A. gave me that, Easy E gave me that, Too Short. Yeah. Gives me that today. You feel what I'm saying? And PE is when I put in PE, and those albums I'm going to listen to stuff, but PE I'm letting it go.
So no skipper.
No skipper. I've got that PE list. I got my PE on a playlist that it's called Black, meaning uplifting. It's us. It's about us, and almost that whole album is on there. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's not only is it a no skipper, it's a 16 song no skipper. Yeah. With no skips. I skipped 8 Ball Rolling on N.W.A. album. I skip a lot of times on that album. You know. Yeah. Then when you and I like something to dance to. I'm sorry, you know, I like that song. But,
to me, it was too close to too close to loop stuff. Remember, I told you I didn't dig that beat of loop. I didn't dig the beats per minute.
That would be it's a lot, but that's example of D-Train though. That's what they got it from D-Train.
And I love D-Train.
What for me? Yeah. They sped that up. Then on the other album that you mentioned, Too Short, I skip rhymes more often than I listen to it.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah, I feel that.
Oakland, No One Could Do It Better. I Ain't Tripping.
Oakland.
Got them. And Oakland is very underrated, man. That beat, that's
Oakland.
Carnival Ride or something. Whispers on there, dude. Oakland. That song is like that.
Yeah.
And the HO at the end, that's another one that go crazy.
True.
Talking about going to the studio and putting in the work. That's pimping the dude. Short was doing his thing on that right.
Yeah. When you put that on and you ride down the street, you grin. You grin because I said, oh man, we got this. Oh man, so and then you think about the cover. Oh, this Rakim sees. Come on, man, it's ridiculous. But and we go to another one. But man, Born to Mac. You put in Born to Mac, man, it's ridiculous, man. Still,
it sounds good.
Yes, today.
The music sounds good. You got a new system in your car, or you about to buy a car? Okay,
that's the tester. Let me put in my tape, like Kool Latifah. Let me put my music in. Like I said in the beginning, Posse on Broadway, especially Posse on Broadway. Have you heard the Posse on Broadway that got the Godzilla mix in it? Man, you hear it's a Godzilla when they put that my posse on Broadway, and then that Godzilla famous whatever song that noise he made. Man, the first time I heard that, I lost my head because they got the guy. I'm gonna send it to you, but before, I'm gonna send it to you. It got the Godzilla mix in there, man, and Godzilla just make it better, man. Godzilla's like butter; it makes it better, man.
So I got a couple more questions, man. Artist of the year, give it to Slick Rick or Eazy-E? The artist of the year.
I'm going Slick Rick.
For sure. Easy was doing the thing. He executive thing.
Yeah, I'm going Slick Rick. If you look at that, once you go and look at that album and you see the producers on there, yeah, the bottom, Slick Rick produced most of the songs on that album.
Hey, well, there it is.
He not only writing them, he not only performing them and writing them, he produced most of them. That's man.
Of the year to Eric Sermon, because he produced a lot of the EPMD album. So
hey man,
Sermon.
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would agree. Yeah.
Question: you agree that Straight Outta Compton's most influential album of the year, the most impactful album of the year? We talked about it.
Yes, because of After Police. Just because of After Police, that message, because PE said something. N.W.A. said it direct, and they said it in plain English. They said it in plain. And if you were living in America at the time, when you seen the blueberries and cherry lights coming your way, or I used to call them sharks, the black and white car, they represented sharks in the water to me. And them sharks in the water was you looking to get a payday, because every time, the reason why you get anxious when you see the cop, because it's gonna cost me some money. This gonna cost me some money with a ticket, with a toll, with bail, something. They come there. Their motive is to get the money out your pocket. Yeah. And so when you finally, when Cube said it, or when they said it, he was like, "Hell yeah, I totally agree." Real talk. Real talk. Yeah.
The most influential, because once again, that's what the whole genre went. All hip hop just was straight gangsta after that. You know, all about. So that's why I say it was most influential. Well, man, I appreciate your time, bro. Coming out.
Thank you, brother.
Everything. I'm gonna ask the listener, man. Do y'all agree, or did we just mess it all up, man? We got it completely wrong, or nah? You know what I mean? But definitely.
Let me. I want to hear what they got to say. I want to hear what they got to say. And when you come with it, come with something to back it up. Don't just be talking. Say something that means something.
Joe, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you got a split screen here. You got the good brother. You got the other brother. Bring it.
Well, there it is, man. We follow the way on. Classic Flow, the mix, the culture, the movement. Thanks again for tapping in, and we out of here like last year.
Hey, brother. Peace. Hey, thank you for doing what you do, bro. Peace.
Bro, thank you, bro. Thanks for coming out tonight, man. Appreciate you,
yes,
bro.
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Right on, family.
I represent the Yay area.
Town. Early morning, girls coat chasing. I'm still yawning. It was me, N.W.A. Kyrie had the cool. Said he's on his way.
Hey, you brothers gone, I'll be there.
Still half asleep. Rolling with the crew. Checked out the alley. There's nothing else to do. At this time, Kyrie was here. Grabbed a soda. I'm not down with beer. In came two cutie pies. So damn fly. They were so fly. They caught all our eyes.
Wake up.
But N.W.A. was who they choose. Said to hell with the girls. Got some bowling shoes.
Damn them girls. Two bowling
Though I
shoes,
can't bowl, I think I'll try.
You can't bowl.
But I hope it don't slip.
Man, I know.
I get so fly.
How you like this silk, man?
And at this time,
right on.
my shoes lost grip. Fell on my ass, Kyrie and Draco laughed on the hip. That's what they roll with.
You can't bowl.